Great War has raged on for countless millennia, across a million colony worlds and claiming a billion more lives. The Cybertronian race has wrought itself unto near extinction. Now, in the present day, a team of Autobots, lost on a world stranger than fiction, have one single chance to make their way home. Good morning, afternoon, and or evening. Welcome back to Lights Roleplay, and more specifically, welcome back to the finale of our Transformers miniseries, Till All Are One. I am Foxy. I may be known as Teletran1 for the duration of the stream, and I will be your host and GM for the duration of this story. And though I am up here speaking to you all and blabbering for the longest time, I am very, very far from alone at the table, and I have with me a great group of storytellers. So, I can tell you all about their incredible deeds, but these Autobots love to make themselves known all their own. So, in the order that I call you out, friends, please tell me who you are, where you can be found on the internet, and who you're playing tonight. Starting off with the internet sensation, the master of mysteries, the resident sovereign of the scary, it's Meg Mysteria.
Hello everybody, I am Meg and/or Meg Mysteria, and tonight I get to bring back Rhodey, who ironically does not drive.
It's a pun name. Autobots can make puns.
Rhodey is our resident scout who takes to the sky as a little drone as he interferes.
Just don't go to New Jersey.
Investigates and infiltrates where he's needed to in order to get information, hopefully, and maybe catch a sneak attack on a couple of people if he can.
Well, let's hope that's the case.
Let's hope so.
Passing it right on along, and excuse me for one moment, I went to the door and grabbed my dog, so please riff and buy time while you do so. You do your intro. It's Vivacia.
Hi, I'm Vivi or Vivacia. You find me all over Discord as Vivacia, or now only on Blue Sky as Vivacia, or Vivacia. Contact in bio. Tonight I'm bringing back Paradox, who is a scientist, gadgeteer, veteran. Sick of y'all's shit. I don't know, grandma. And, yeah, she's gonna try and do her best to keep the young ones alive.
It's ever the duty of the old soldier to look after their young wards, keep them safe from the horrors all around them. And I would say that young Paradox, or elderly Paradox, has their work quite cut out for them. Speaking of impetuous young fiery teammates, and passing it off to our last member of the cast, it is of course the one and only Egg-chan.
Oh shit, that's me, Emily Egg-chan. Tonight I'm playing the hot-headed idiot rookie Blink. We'll see if they can actually be of any use this time, maybe. I don't know.
It's your day, Rook. I think today's your day, Rook, personally. That's just that's my stance. Glad to have you on board, Blink. Looking forward to bringing it home with you. If you haven't figured out who I am by now, everybody, I'm Foxy. I go by Young Foxy on the internet, and I'll be playing everyone who's not these three incomparable people with my little accomplice along with me. Say hi to take care, everybody. Mwah.
Stinko.
With that said, and with a brief reminder that this session and the entirety of this little mini-series of ours is in support of our Black History Month charity campaign, which of course today is the last day for. We are giving our money, love, energy, and support to the Power of Paint Art Academy here in my own lovely city of Philadelphia. They are a Black-owned and operated collective of artists and creatives who help support art workshops, safe spaces, and community engagement for members of the Black community, including and especially LGBTQIA people, to help them persist and thrive against the background of systemic oppression. So, if you have some time today, please put the command NLRBHM in chat with the exclamation point before it, and that'll give you a link to our donation page where you can give them any money that we can. We have already passed our $1,000 goal, but I will be reading out every single donation today at the end of stream. So if you want to feel a little important, you still got time to get in there. With that said, and with enough out-of-character babbling, let's do some in-character babbling, shall we, friends? We find ourselves not quite checking in on our heroes just yet. The camera zooms low over water at first, under a cloudy mid-early morning, I'd say. The sun barely crested behind the sky, and we follow a sweeping row of mountains in the middle of this island city we found, or off to its northern edge. The camera pans, silent, following a slow grouping of birds who are rapidly jostled and sent into a startling panic as a collection of large metal feet slam down onto the ground. First one pair, then another, each staring and considering, before finally, larger and more imposing, a fourth blackened purple set of talons slammed into the rock. Scrolling up, the camera shows the imposing figure, the Seeker leader. Have we found them then? Not quite, sir. We are still tracking their location. They've gone to ground after their skirmish. One of them speaks. Another comes forward, pushing past some others, and I would swear I had them located and they are tracked, sir. Certainly they will come out if with enough time. The larger one rolls a shoulder. Your babbling irritates me. Give me something concrete. I'll report. Power is stably feeding into the reactor, but we have to buy time. The conversion rates are thin on a planet like this. We also cannot be certain how much time it will be until the Autobots locate our ship. " Bandit tilts his head somewhat. Oh, I'm certain they will. I'm counting on it. Keep working faster, or I'll start killing. And with thrusters, he takes off and leaves. Three of the Decepticons stand around, looking at each other. Real sociable, that one. Shut up before he comes back. As the camera fades, we instead follow once more a slow, rolling skyline. Not necessarily a incursion into enemy ranks this time, but instead, as we move over the low, sweeping city skyline of New Fenice and off into a hilled area to its southeast, we find ourselves following a azure-tinted bicoptered drone, slowly and lazily whizzing its way through the skyline on a circling path that would seem innocuous, unimportant, and certainly not worth observing to anyone who happens to have their eye in the sky. Given that so few people look up anyway, very few would see this drone dip, tilt, and lilt until it passes through a crushed copse of trees, a low canopy barely concealing a massive, ruined metal structure, discoid on one half and branching out into a large ship-like structure. It's crashed, ruined, desiccated, incapable of takeoff. This intrepid little Autobot, like a few others, calls this wrecked ship home. Brody, you circle in from another recon pass, keeping your eye on whatever you can and observing the city locals and getting some sense of Earth culture. You're stuck here, might as well learn something while you're at it. Unfortunately, nothing too interesting to come up, or perhaps fortunately, actually, as you know, evening of nothing is always nice. But you circle your way back in through an open vent port towards what looks to be a sort of armory chamber or a gathering area where none of your other Autobots are functional. Lumen globes barely keep light, but there are two other figures. Two people not like you towards the bottom, or sort of towards the back corner of this room, who are conversing, I would seem, a bit rapidly. And as you descend towards them, and you can kind of hear them conversing. What do you do?
At first, Brody's just going to kind of hover and listen. Kind of get a feel of what the conversation is and how they're feeling being here on an Autobot cruiser, essentially.
Mm-hmm. It's Corvette, more like a little bit too small for a cruiser. Anyway,
well, you know.
no, as you're
Actually,
as you're circling in, though.
Actually,
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. You said a ship word. You know how I am about ships. Any case, as you're slowly circling your way down and getting closer, you can hear them talking back and forth, and the older, more sort of like deeper toned voice, the person you've come to recognize is usually called Jason in this world, is kind of just mumbling a bit and just, okay, all right, so this is all a lot. Okay, it's a lot, but okay. So, and he just kind of keeps repeating through things like that for a while, like for a good minute and a half, until the higher pitched voice, the younger one you've recognized as Jason's child, Maria, who you encountered the other day, just kind of, all right, okay, Dad, circling isn't going to help either of us. You recognize that, right? So, I feel like we got at least somewhere towards some answers last night, so let's just, like, talk to one of them? You mean the giant robots? Yes, I mean the giant robots, the ones that saved our lives. Debatable. The other ones are trying to kill us. And I'm pretty sure those guys aren't big fans of those guys, given they were trying to kill them too. Are you sure about that? No. But you know how we could find out? Asking!
asking would go a long way.
Ah! Oh,
Sorry.
oh, never getting used to that. Jason and Maria both look up at the drone as you zoom down, and
I
kinda like-
eye level, like.
she's just like, you know, it's less weird when you have a face, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, okay. And transforms
As
into
you whir down on a series of circuits, you take on a humanoid robotic form. Jason is just, that is amazing. And you're, okay, to clarify, you all aren't from Earth, right?
no. We're from a planet
So-
called Cybertron.
Cybertron. How far away is that?
Millions of light years.
Huh. And you're on Earth for what? I mean, I assume you weren't here on purpose, given how fucked up the ship looked. Dad! Sorry, this is a crash, you know? There's dirt on the ground and nothing's working. I'm sorry.
It's not wrong. We did crash. We were, well, kind of looking for refuge. Our planet is at war right now.
A war? With those
A
guys you
civil
fought
war.
yesterday?
Yeah, against the Decepticons. Those guys were a part of that faction.
All right.
The Decepticons,
I assume it's... Sorry, go ahead, please.
the Decepticons are trying to wipe out the Autobots, which are the faction that myself and my colleagues are a part of.
Jason slowly puts a hand up.
Yes.
So is it like autonomous robot or like automobile robot? Because you're not all cars. You aren't a car, but I was wondering.
Autonomous robot.
Okay.
We turn into different things. And there's a point in time where there's operations where you can even turn into beasts.
Huh. That sounds like an impressive thing to see. He's turning into a robot. Huh. Okay. And Maria kind of, right, so you're on our planet. You guys crash. I assume your not-so friends are looking for you, hunting you. Why are they here?
They are hunting us, but I think that they're probably not in a great position either, because it seems like they're looking for energy. For energon, which is a power source that we use.
Huh. Jason mumbles. I assumed you ran on diesel.
That's funny.
Look, robot has a sense of humor. Maria just rolls her eyes. You're just glad someone finally finds your jokes funny. Okay, so if these Decepticons are taking energy from us, what do they need it for? Is that what your war's about?
The war is, and feel free to correct me, Foxy, because I'm not completely up to date on Transformer lore. The war is in part with how to use it, and the politics. You know, there's always politics.
I mean, it's not a wholly incorrect summary. The Great War began for, well, if you ask 10 different bots, you might get 7 different answers. Originally, civil strife. Functionism and an age of repression brought on a rebellion that spiraled off into open conflict. Unfortunately, a few billion years on from that, it stopped being that simple. When Cybertron got low on Energon, the war became about Energon. When Cybertron started to die, it became about holding on to whatever territory or resources anybody could. And the whole time, if you asked Prime or Megatron or someone else notable, it was always about freedom, liberation, or unity, or reclamation, or revenge, or whatever.
I think that's probably how Rhodey would end up understanding.
Yeah.
How to use Energon and politics behind freedom. Like who? Freedom and yeah. simply that.
Maria kind of lowers her head somewhat and just, that sure sounds pretty complicated.
Yeah, it's a really, really long history, and a lot of it has gotten lost over the years, I'm sure. I mean, the war's been going on for millions of years.
Both of them just slackjaw for a moment. But millions of years of fighting, your planet draining of energy, all those people dead. Why keep fighting?
Purpose? And as time passes differently.
I couldn't imagine spending most of my life fighting. And we definitely don't live anywhere near as long as you both do. Or you all do. Sorry, this is all a lot. That's what I was saying.
I know, again, it's much, and being a recon specialist in a war definitely wasn't my first career choice. Well, my first career was actually security work. I guard. So.
Huh. Jason kind of looks you up and down. No offense, but yeah, you don't
I
strike me
don't
as much of a
look
soldier.
it.
I mean, then again, your friends, I mean, minus the loud one with the kind of does like a cannon motion. None of you really seem like you're made for this kind of thing.
Actually, a lot of people that are fighting in the war weren't made for the war. well, the exception of I have a friend named Goliath who was actually originally a Decepticon that was made to fight the war, but he defected and became a medic for the Autobots.
Huh.
But
So
whereas
Sorry.
but when it comes to like Paradox was a bureaucrat, and now she's a combative scientist. And out of character, I don't remember what.
Rody, aren't you a cube player?
Huh?
Rody, not Rody. Blink, aren't you a cube player?
Maybe, I don't know what that is.
For your background. What was your background?
It was machinist and scavenger.
Oh,
Is
never
that-
mind. I had that backwards.
Is that like that's like the influences part, right?
Yeah, it's like what did you it's basically
Yeah.
kind of like what you do before the war kind of thing.
I was just tinkering with shit.
Word.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought you were like a racer or a cube player. I think I had that in my brain for a bit. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, you're good.
And
It fits.
Blink was a scavenger, and he used the pieces to in his machinery work. Worked on getting people parts. Kind of the youngest of us, so he gets a lot of shit for not being as experienced.
I'm more like I get myself into a lot of shit. No.
She kind of looks and almost like chuckles a bit at that and just like, bit of a tinkerer, huh? Kind of like you, Dad. And he like, I wouldn't call it tinkering. It's just he builds model kits. And she kind of laughs for a little and just,
Like the little tiny things.
mm-hmm.
That's Rhodey.
It's a delicate process. It's slow and interesting and takes time and energy and focus, and you wouldn't get it.
You probably like talking to Blake.
Maybe I'll
He's
find
really
some time.
excited.
Maria looks at you two, chuckling for a bit, and kind of gets a little bit saddened. A society full of bureaucrats and normal people. All of you taken up in a war none of you seem to want to fight, but no one seems to know how to end. That sounds pretty awful.
Yeah. And right now we're just trying to find Energon, a way to contact back to Cybertron and let them know that we're at least alive.
You all want to go home.
I mean, yeah.
Jason folds his arms. Oh yeah. Wouldn't anybody? And I think, if you will, Rhodey, we'll fade the camera there for a brief bit to elsewhere in the ruined hulk of this ship. Power barely functions. Your connection to Teletran is largely unstable, but enough that you can still use basic computer functions, data searches, and things like that. But as we move through the halls, we eventually find ourselves in what looks to be a modest-sized lab. There are bulk projectors and screens, and even what look to be functional energon replacement tubes and terminals, though a lot of them are offline for the lack of power. There are, however, I imagine, a few other of our Autobot friends hanging about and focusing. Paradox, you are, I imagine, sort of. Well, you can tell me where you position yourself. But I imagine you've been in the lab for most of the time you weren't resting since getting back from the mission, and I imagine a lot of that's just been trying to track that signal.
Yeah, it's probably trying to track the signal, and right now I'm thinking, there's probably a program running with whatever stuff she found, trying to triangulate the position. And while that is happening, she is actually in a different corner of the lab, kind of doing her thing with her back, kind of blocking. You can't quite see what she's doing back there. But it's quiet. There's no banging. There's no fire. No nothing. So, but yeah, basically it's a quiet moment right now. So very furious activity and cursing and all of the scientists babble for a while. Sometimes getting loud and mad. Sometimes. And now it's quiet. The program's running and she's doing something else.
Well, a scene of peace and quiet sounds like a great place to put one hot-headed rookie. Blink, where are you finding yourself right now? Are you in the lab hanging around? Are you elsewhere finding something to do?
I think Blink is watching the triangulation process run and waiting for the number to hit a nice even number to celebrate. Especially that 50% or that 69. They're watching intently. Trying to not be too disruptive, but once it hits a celebratory number.
Paradox probably programmed like the screen to be like a little bit more entertaining, to have some peace and quiet, to keep Blink's attention, like an old Windows screensaver behind the number.
When you put on Baby Einstein to get some fucking quiet while your kids stare at the screen. Oh god.
Just probably these triangles and other shapes just twisting three-dimensionally.
Around the corner.
Like when the DVD icon goes into the corner.
Bong. Yeah, you know what? They're twisting and turning and they're bonging off the corners.
Blink
is hit 68.
Completely tuned in. Almost there. Almost there.
69.
What? Sorry.
Probably you just that's still not even close to being there.
It's more than halfway?
More than halfway for 10 minutes.
Well...
I told you can stay if you're quiet.
Okay. What are you working on?
That's not quiet.
I'm whispering. What do you mean?
I'm gonna screw your mouth shut. She never even looked over.
Blink is contemplating if there's an Autobot form of sign language.
I was wondering, what do you have hands?
Yeah.
And they don't have vocal cords. It's probably speakers, so it's not even gonna make a difference.
Oh, true.
It's just it.
I forgot about that. I think Blink will spin off of the stool that they were sitting on watching the screen and just hover next to Paradox. Just see what's going on.
Yeah, so when you look over, you actually see she's facing like a corner desk, and on the corner desk is kind of like almost like a terrarium, but there's no animals in it. It's plants. It's like local plant life under like a grow lamp, and you see that she is actually trying to sketch it into a Transformer-sized notebook.
Ooh. I didn't know you draw.
I don't draw. I take scientific notes. And she's like covering up the extra colors.
Understood. And Blink will avert their eyes.
Blink, you look back at the monitor, and it has a bit of a readout that shows a sky map of all of New Fenice with different colored like areas to represent like effectively the power network of the city, which is because you're tracking power signals primarily.
Mm-hmm.
You see a decently sized actually like section of like that lit up area of the city, kind of like around like the northwest. Blink, like wink out, go very dark, dark gray once or twice before it settles back into its normal color. the bar jumps to like 73.
Ooh. Paradox, I think we got something. We're almost
Fine.
at 75 now.
That is inconsistent, and she'll turn around and go check her stuff. She's like, this has not been enough time to
Paradox,
done.
give me a science roll or a technology roll. I'll allow either one here.
Let me remove the senior cat from my mouse.
He was guarding it.
Alright.
Cats love mice, right?
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, just get real dice and just roll them on your cat. That's how you gotta do
Okay,
it.
so we're doing science, not technology?
Either one, whichever one you feel appropriate.
Alright, so we're gonna do science.
Science. I love doing science.
1d20 and 1d6. That is 18.
Ooh-wee, with a crit. Paradox, human power networks are archaic in comparison to things you've seen, not even just on Cybertron, but on other like colonized worlds and colony worlds. Using simple like burned fuel electricity systems is nonsensical to you for a species that calls itself sentient, let alone sapient, but you can get into that some other time. Let alone, even you know a system this archaic should be a bit more stable than what you're seeing. As the section that Blink saw wink out, the area next to it does the same thing a moment later. Wink, 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 and then back to bright. And while to Blink, it's like, oh, that's something's going on. To you, that's power failure. It's a grid blink, a brownout. There's an issue on the power grid, and based on the way this network is set up, you don't really know human power networks, but with that roll, you know for a fact this grid should be more stable than that.
Would she be able to figure out or, triangulate where that power failure would come from? I mean, would she know where, the origin of the... where that part was coming from?
It's funny. It's easy to tell looking at the grid like this, and you already knew this isn't news to you. The primary source of power appears to be a hydroelectric system set into some mountains off in the northern section of the city. The humans have a word for it, that a dam, I think is the term they use. It converts the motion and kinetic energy of the water that is every fucking where on this godforsaken rust-fumed planet, and turns that into energy. And it seems like there is one of those that is providing most of the power to the grid of this city. In fact, probably just about all of it.
So as she does that, you will hear them mumbling, the power failure cascading, water. Plants need water. This plant needs very little water. The cacti that she had over there, plus some grass or whatever grain was growing outside. Like, there's a lot of water here that they're using to make electricity. You think they will have bigger plants when there's a lot? Where's that too much water? I mean, for us, all water is too much water. But never mind. I think the fluctuations are coming from here, and that is suspicious. This should be more stable.
Another brownout somewhere else in the city. A bit of a blink. Jump to 76.
Well, it seems like every time we have some blinking, we're moving that number.
Which, in a little convoluted way, would mean that, whatever is causing this is helping us locate their ship. So their ship might be causing this by sucking more power. They might have hooked into more than one spot to convert power for their ship that we still need to find. We could probably check by the hydro dam and see if that will give us some more data points.
That makes sense. I wonder if Rudy's back yet.
Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Well,
Maybe Brody can go check it out.
Yeah.
How far is it?
It's on the other side of the city from where you are, so it's a decent traveler trip. It would, it's about, if you're in your alt modes and you're heading there in a straight path without interruptions, you can probably get there in a couple of hours. But it is definitely a trip. It's not like the but where you were yesterday was, still kind of in the southern section of the city. So you got to where you were yesterday and back pretty fast. This would be a bit of a decently longer trip to send somebody on. I will say though, especially with that last roll of yours, that hypothesis of yours is very, very, very close to what's happening. You're 100% correct in that. Yes, it's 100% likely that the ship is causing this, and the only way it could be doing that is if it's plugged into the power network, which limits your options down to like they're doing one of 3 or 4 things, all of which are probably bad. But yeah, you're pretty on the money with where you're thinking.
Yeah. So if he'll turn around and say, "Blink, go get Brody. We're probably going to be rolling out soon. I'm going to set up a remote thingy. I'm not going to explain that to you. It's going to just take well too long. Thingy to alert me when this is done, so that I can get the results on the road. Go get moving."
Oh, okay. I wanted to see the last, just 5%. It's a fun countdown. But okay.
Okay, I can project it for you on the road. Go.
Thanks! And they'll dash away to go find Brody.
As you dash away, Blink,
Paradox, the window again.
Paradox is as Blink dashes away, looking at the screen. 2 segments of the city blink and then go back to full. And another jump.
She's gonna, set up a monitor thing or like a connection so that she has the outcome mirrored to herself, her system.
Well, as the camera follows your screen, kind of zooms in on the screen, the camera slowly pans past your shoulder up into the screen until you can't see anything but the pure blue of it, and then zooms back out to a much smaller phone screen. An individual is sat on a video screen of some kind, looking sitting in a chair with a nice looking sort of suit and a blue background behind them, with a small picture of what looks to be a map of the city with several areas circled and highlighted. While we're not currently sure of a cause, residents are currently advised to operate as normal, but to be aware of keeping any electronic devices unplugged if necessary, and if in the event of a blackout in your area, remain on standby until you receive an all clear from first responders. We'll be keeping coverage with you on the rolling blackouts happening to our city here. This is New Future News. Good afternoon. So yeah, we get our news from things like this. We have a network of information that spreads all over that everyone can access from devices kind of like these. Maria says to you, Rhodey.
I was muted. Huh. That's really handy. Quite literally. Because she's looking at it on her phone, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can do other things with that?
Oh, yeah.
Just
talk to friends. Yeah, talk to friends, send phone calls, look things up on the internet. That's the network I was telling you about. It's pretty useful. I usually just end up looking in my bed and scrolling social media for a couple hours until I fall asleep, but that's not necessary to talk about right now.
Huh. Blackouts are important. I wonder if they're related to Decepticons.
Jason said.
Creating energy.
Jason leans over and, yeah, I figure one of my homies at the dam would have called by now if there was something going on with the power network. Usually I get scoop on things like this. Maria, he used to work at the dam. It's where our power feeds in from.
How does it do that? How does it do that?
Water, Jason says, after Maria says for a long time. It feeds water in through a series of turbines that push it around, and that energy, that motion creates energy, which they then convert into electricity, which powers all of our stuff.
That's pretty cool.
We may not be super advanced robots, but we're pretty handy here on Earth.
Is that like how the big white windmills work, just with water?
Sorta, yeah, actually. You're pretty good at this.
I'm I'm a recon specialist. I have to figure out how the world works pretty quick.
That tracks. And it's right after that a sort of series of stomps follow down the hallway as another young Autobot skids into the room.
Brody! I think we're heading out soon.
Oh. Okay, where to?
Damn, I'm guessing. Maria
Probably
says.
the dam. Paradox is still finishing triangulating, but there's all these power blips that are happening. So hopefully it'll be done soon.
Oh. We were just looking at that on their phone.
The phone.
It's pretty cool.
Maria holds up and shows the and kind of like scrolls back a bit and like replays the news video so you can see it.
Shit.
If we're staying, Blink is gonna have one like imprinted in his arm or something.
He's gonna be a TikTok kid.
Oh yeah.
And fighting.
Fight Decepticons. Wait. I learned this on Earth.
Okay, well, I just got back from surveillance, so I'm good to go back out whenever.
Cool. Did you see anything interesting?
Not really. Just saw the port services, like the police and emergency response teams back at the power plant, handling the mess from yesterday.
I guess that makes sense. It's kind of boring though. Oh well.
It's Maria who folds her arms again and is like, people could have gotten hurt at that plant yesterday when your Decepticons showed up. If it weren't for you all. Do you think there'll be trouble at the dam?
Well, I guess that's why we're going there. If there will be, we'll stop it.
They usually don't hurt humans. Their business is with us. So if anything, they might, if any of them were there, they might be held hostage to do work for them. And if that's the case, we'll get them out.
Jason also folds his arms. In fact, you've because you all both have cameras for eyes, you can see that Maria and Jason stand the exact same way, where they're thinking really hard. It's an arms folded, kind of slightly hunched stance. Related, it happens. He leans down and just, I got people I know working at that plant. Good friends of mine. I don't want anything to happen to them.
We'll make sure nothing happens. And I think...
Okay, please. No, please.
I think Blink will pat Rhodey's shoulder. This one is a pro at that.
I think there's a very slanted smile and kind of almost like he suddenly becomes a bit uncomfortable, but he nods and says, yeah. What Blake said. But we'll definitely make sure we get everybody that we can out.
And I think that's when you hear, just like the thump of Paradox.
Damn, stop reading my notes. I was literally typing a DM to you right now.
Okay. I'm describing how she comes
No,
over.
you're fine. No, you're right. You're
It was to
good.
get
No,
you
you
to come in the scene.
The note was literally going to be, hey, whatever you want, show up in the scene. Your scan's done. You've learned some stuff. So, go on, show up.
So it's like thump, thump, So, it's just like, collateral damage. Yeah, collateral damage would be bad. And she holds out like a screen. And on it, it says 99%.
Blink is obsessively staring.
Yep, it's about to be done.
Oh no.
Everyone looks up.
Cover your ears.
And bink.
So, Paradox, where does this mean we're headed?
Alright, give me 1 second.
Did James and Maria cover their ears?
Maria did. Jason just yelled.
Alright, so yeah. Ooh, man, that is draining a lot of damage. You know what? This is gonna do some harm that we can't reverse if that continues. Yeah, they're at the dam. They're converting way too much energy. Way too much energy. This is gonna blow shit up. Alright, let's roll out. Gotta stop some, collateral damage. Time to freaking go home.
Sounds
Wait.
like a plan to me.
You
Roll
hear
out.
a voice call up to you from the ground. Wait. They're draining energy from the dam. And then it'll blow up if they do?
They're gonna do irreparable damage to the whole system. And yeah, we don't, might be the dam, might be anything in between the dam and, whatever converter, don't know what y'all call it, on the way, that might blow first. But, if, they're doing too much damage there, if something blows up there, who knows what will happen.
Not
You
if
know
you kill
what?
the feed.
Ah,
The dam feeds into a reservoir. The reservoir's movement is what actually provides most of the power. You can shut that off without cutting off the actual dam. It takes some time and activation keys, which is why I'm coming too.
probably like she was starting a long-winded, explanation, because in her mind she doesn't know that he works there, and it's just like, all right.
They actually know how it operates. We don't.
How many seats does Blink have for crew?
I think I have
Two, right?
2. Yeah, I have 2.
All right. You're with the rookie.
2-seaters.
You're with the rookie. I gotta focus on some stuff while we're going. I mean,
All right, with the rookie. He kind of looks over at Blink and throws a nod. Maria, and he looks over. Maria, you, I think you'll be a bit more safe with our larger friend over here.
Who has asked your opinion? You're with the rookie. Both of
I
you.
have 2 seats.
Yes. And you two are sticking together and figuring out exactly what we're gonna do, while I figure out some other stuff.
Don't worry, I'm a great driver.
Yes, ma'am.
And Brody ain't having no seat. Okay? There's no space
He's
in there.
just gonna fucking hop on top of the drone.
Use it as a skateboard.
This is an awful plan.
Just because I don't have a big gun out and I don't sound like Mr. Grumpy Pants, who's out on his own mission, doesn't mean that you don't have to listen. Because even if we weren't in a war, I would still freaking outrank your ass.
All
That's
right.
the boss.
Because she, or for the people who might not have seen last week, she was a scientist and a gadgeteer, but then kind of ended up being a bureaucrat engineer, being in charge of people, telling people what to do.
Well, Autobots, you've got a mission, you've got a goal, you got a purpose, and you've got a chance. Is someone gonna say it?
Autobots, let's roll out.
Thank you, God! And with a collection of warring clicks and loud mechanical noises, you all shift out of your normal forms and into your collective alt modes. And suddenly in front of our 2 human companions is a large mobile lab-like van, a small dune buggy, and a hovering and buzzing rotary drone. With that, our Autobots are going to head off on their mission. And as they do that, we are going to take a few minutes to refuel, defuel, and get ready for the journey ahead. With that said, we'll be right back in a few minutes. Touch not that dial nor that browser. We'll be right here for you in just a few. Mwah. Michelle? And we return to the scene of Autobots on a mission. But before we get that, I want to take one moment to welcome you all back to Till All Are One, our Transformers Black History Month mini series, our little duet we have for you all here. And even before we do that, my Autobots have got to get themselves geared up for a mission. So, friends, in the downtime, I've given you 4 options to requisition new and advanced gear for your mission. Tell me what you need.
So, Paradox was gonna have Blink help her put in an ammo feeder to get rid of her electric jet reload thing. So an upgrade, because as get to tier, she has the perk walk them through it. So allies without ranks in technology or science can lend assistance to you on technology and science skill test.
All
Basically,
right.
I tell her what to do, or tell them what to do, and they can help me even if they're not skilled.
All right. Then I will allow a lend assistance check on this one.
But what do I roll for that?
Given that you don't have, do you have either science or tech skill?
I have tech, not science.
What you got in tech?
D4.
Roll that.
Cool. That is an 18.
18 passes. You're gonna roll your technology tech to get the upgrade now, Paradox. You're gonna roll that with edge. So D20, you can roll twice, pick the highest.
Okay, and I'm gonna use one energon to upshift my tech dice from a D4 to a D6.
Do it.
Alright. So I need to roll 2d20, is that right?
Yep.
Yes, Ashton, I hear you, Kat. Alright, 2d20.
Cheering for you. That's a 12.
And a d6.
13, 14. I think that gets you just shy. You can spend a story point to reroll if you'd like. You've got a total of 4.
Or yes, let's do that.
All right.
But that would mean I have to reroll a d20, right?
Yes.
Okay, but I can't upshift again.
No, it's the exact same roll.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. If I would upshift from my d6 to a d8.
Your previous upshift still applies from here because it's a reroll.
Yeah, but if I wanted to upshift one
Oh,
more
again? Sure, why not? I'll be generous. Go for it.
Okay. Right.
Sure, go ahead. Turn your energy on points. That's fine.
Less energon for combat.
Exactly.
You know what? I had 7 and I used like 2 last time because I forgot about them.
It's true. Now you've got 5 to start off
Now we
with.
spend them.
Alright, so again, 2d20
2 d20s, taking the highest.
and a d8.
9 on that one. 9 and 8 is 15, which is what you need, funnily enough. So yes, with the help of Blink, you are able to construct an ammo loader to apply to
That's
your
17.
You're so right. It is
Yeah, it is
actually.
17.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry.
went to public school.
It doesn't matter.
I went to public school.
You know what? Not my thing.
You
I am
passed.
just
It's fine.
Alright, I am removing the reload from my electric jet weapon.
Sounds good. You're locked and automatically loaded. What else are we getting, friends?
I am getting a medium blade.
Could you please roll for me? I'd say it's finesse for that. Yes, as an attack weapon.
Yes.
Please roll
Yes.
with finesse.
Finesse.
I just hit a stain. Finito.
Finesse.
Finesse.
7 plus 4 is 15.
15 is more than 10. You're locked in.
And then I would like to apply the deadly upgrade to both my sword and my throwing knives.
So yeah, that's your last. Oh yeah, you get those. You're trained in those, aren't you? Are you? Or
Yes.
no, you're not trained in those. Well, are you trained in those?
I'm trained in silent weapons. And
shit,
I
right.
put the knives on my inner lock thing. So
Yeah, that's fair.
Sick.
All right, I'll allow it. Sounds good to me.
do you need me to roll anything for the deadly upgrade?
They're limited, yes.
Yes.
And let's see. Let's go with let's do infiltration for these ones. Why not?
Filtration. Okie dokie. +3 is 19.
Yeah, that's one. You're good. Give me another one.
+11 +5, 16.
Work complete.
One rolled way off the edge.
It rolled close enough that you're good. Absolutely. Friends, you're geared up for a fight, sounds like, huh? Well, then we've rejoined the scene with you all gently cruising down the road. From the traffic patterns you are following and the way you have to find yourself weaving and maybe taking a couple of illegal turns here, human traffic laws make no sense. There's definitely some commotion. There's what appears to be not like an outright scene, like there's not like a chaos happening, but you get the sense that people are already a little bit on edge for what's happening with all the blackouts, which means that you all either need to A, move efficiently and relatively silently, or B, move fast. Effectively think of it as if you draw too much heat, it puts your final fight on a timer, basically. So think of that when you're taking these next few rolls. However, as you finally take a highway exit ramp that takes you across a long bridge off to a sort of separated small chunk of island that's separated by a lot of water, you move towards the large structure of the industrial park that makes up the dam complex. There is a checkpoint approaching where you can see some guards. There isn't an alarm raised again, so they're not stopping you outright, but they are definitely sort of keeping an eye on vehicles on the road. So you will need to make sure you are driving appropriately so that you look like proper human vehicles. Let's see those infiltration tests, friends. Or, drone flying. Rhoda, you actually might even want to go low under the bridge, because random drone flying over airspace untapped for no reason might get your ass shot down.
That true.
Dang.
Remember that as you all have for the Allspark perk, you have an upshift 1 to your infiltration test. And if you could somehow justify why your alt form is appropriate to the environment you're currently in, it's upshift 2.
I mean, the drone can always land on Paradox's alt form because she looks like basically like a field lab scientist, like a truck with almost like an RV van kind of thing on it. So if Brody wanted, Brody could land on top, and we would look even more like scientists heading towards the mountains, like we belong here.
Oh, well.
Can I potentially gain the second upshift because of the fact that I have Jason as my passenger and he may or may not know these guards?
Because he knows
You're
the dam.
genius.
Yep. I was
Second
going to say,
upshift,
he would know. And honestly, if there's such a big river and a dam, there's probably a nature preserve there where,
Yeah, absolutely. I'll let you all
absolutely belong.
Yeah, I'll let you. So, Rhodey, Paradox, roll with your second upshift to your infiltration. Blink, roll with an edge too.
What does edge do again?
You roll your
it
D20
twice?
twice. Yeah, pick the highest for your D20.
Okay.
Blech.
And what do we roll for infiltration?
Whatever you have in that skill.
It should be under smarts, right?
If you have nothing, well, thankfully you upshift 2, so you have a
Still
D4
got
in
2
it.
upshifts. Yeah. So I have 19.
19 is good.
Thanks to Jason.
I got an 11.
An 11. All right. Rhodey, what you got?
Does this count as my specialization as well?
See,
Stealth, yes.
Yes.
I mean, do we count together if Brody and I are one piece?
If Rhodey passes well enough, it might help the fact that you're a little bit shy here. So
yeah.
I'm gonna say no because this is more disguising than stealthing here, Rhodey. But thank you for reminding me that you have that.
Yeah. Okay.
I hope you pass.
You still remember you upshift 2, so whatever your number is in illustration, take it up 2. Take it up 2 more.
Okay, 1 sec.
Hi, Timmy.
While you're rolling, Rhodey, Blink, are you common size or large size? I forget.
I believe I am common. Let me check.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm common.
Just in your token size.
The little dude, buggy.
Little dude.
I mean, we could always pretend that Jason is escorting my ass and my fake driver. Basically,
If it
looks
goes
like
poorly-
Angela Merkel.
Oh no, they're with me.
Angela Merkel is crazy.
Middle-aged bureaucrat. You know,
So
in my mind, that is what the most boring bureaucratic female person I can think of right now.
No, I could dig it. I could dig it. It's just
valid.
hilarious.
That's hilarious.
20 total.
Damn.
Damn!
Sorry, I had to
So yeah.
do math.
No, you're fine. Absolutely, you're good. So yeah, it's at first it seems like maybe they are like again. So Blake, you ride by, and true to form, as you see like the guards kind of look down at the buggy, Jason actually looks up and kind of throws a bit of a wave. Maria also kind of throws a bit of a wave, and the guard kind of just gives a nod back, and you drive on along. Paradox, you slink in right behind Blink. And again, they definitely don't recognize the vehicle. You can kind of see one of them lean over a little bit and like kind of like trying to like look in maybe like your driver's seat to see anything. But as Rhodey kind of like flies in and just like pops down on top of you, they kind of are like, all right, like, I think you probably have some like old worn down like graphic from like a nature preserve from like a science team somewhere. So they see that and they're kind of like, yeah, all right. In fact, they probably assume that's something to do with the blackouts and just let you all roll on by. Rhodey, just as you guys roll past the checkpoint, you realize that like you guys have another like long arcing turn before you're kind of approaching the damn complex. If you wanted to kind of break off and start making your own route in to kind of infiltrate or stealth or anything like that, you have a good window to do so right now. Any passing words to your compatriots?
You guys on the other side.
See ya.
I'm gonna
Besides,
duck ahead to try to see if I can't get further ahead to see if I can't get a view of where we're heading before they arrive, so that give them forewarning.
Absolutely.
Heads up about the situation.
Absolutely. Rhodey, you start heading up about as high as you can get over the high walls of the dam complex, kind of making your way over and seeing what you can see. And it looks mostly business as usual for the most part as you're kind of approaching over the security area and the main sort of courtyard. A lot of that looks standard. There is definitely some checkpoints set up where it looks like they're not letting cars get through, probably because they don't want people, they're probably doing something with the blackouts and don't want people to get too close or anything like that. So there definitely is a point where your friends are gonna either need to like have a really convincing reason why they can go past the blockade, or they're gonna have to just blow through it and speed past. Good luck. You, however, are able to kind of hover above and start making your way in. You can see that there is like a tower that like an Overwatch looking tower that if you head in through that like the door on that balcony of that tower, you can kind of make your way into the complex proper and start moving around. Now, you've never been in here before, so finding out where you're going will take some time to navigate and things like that. But if you're able to make your way into the complex, absolutely.
Jason
Let me know.
probably
Sorry,
drew her a map.
Yeah, absolutely. Jason definitely could give you some very simple things. You know that like you definitely know where the reservoir is. The main area where you're looking for. Where Jason mentioned like you have to shut off the transmission line to. It's a matter of A, figuring out how to get there, and B, seeing what things are like when you get there. So, what do you think is your overall game plan as you're approaching?
Well, I'm gonna give them a heads up about the barricades.
Alright, Roger. Hey, Blake, ask Jason if he can get us past the barricades.
Jason, can you pull more of that magic that got us through the gate?
Possibly. What's up?
There's a barricade up ahead. A security checkpoint or something like that.
I ain't
If
got
we
my
need
old
to-
credentials.
I can speed through maybe, but I don't know about Paradox.
All right. I don't have my old damn credentials, but we'll play it out when we get there. I'll let you know.
Okay.
So that I think Brody's gonna get down lower, more towards down where you can kind of start to get an eye into seeing where offices and stuff are. Take that initial whirl around the perimeter of the building. See if he can see anything like into the actual building, like where you would expect there to be offices of people be inside, and see if there's any movement at all.
It looks surprisingly largely empty. There are people here, a couple of them. None of them appear to be like doing their jobs. There are people that are kind of just like standing around confused. Some people are looking at monitors or readouts or mildly being concerned about things, but you can see from the mess of scattered papers and things that look very disheveled, people clear out of this place, and probably recently.
I think the plan is that after passing doors, do they seem to have like immediate security locks, security passes to get through?
For the
Some kind of-
actual, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
So I think if you're looking for like getting into the actual main building itself, there definitely are some places where there are locks and security codes and keys needed for some of the more restricted areas. Like for example, like not the offices, but like what look to be maybe like admin facilities or like for some higher level executives or some of the people maybe running the plant. Some of those buildings need to be locked off. There's a primary reactor engineering room, which is of course usually locked off to people who have the proper clearances and things like that. Before I give you any further answer, why don't you give me an alertness check real quick?
I would love to do that for you.
Roll that, hold the result for me real quick. And while you do
Okay.
that... Oh, actually... Yeah, no. Alertness for me. Make that alertness roll.
Are you counting it as an intel gathering?
Yeah, fully. So roll as specialized. Let me know the result, or hold the result. I'll come right back to you in just a little bit. Paradox, blink. You are slowly approaching the damn complex off that arcing road, and up ahead, true to form as Rhodey said, you can see a few, not like hard cinder block barricades, but clearly some orange and white plastic structures put up in front of the roads on both sides, and cars that are clearly like being diverted to a side road or back towards the highway or things like that. You two, however, need to go straight forward. And as you slowly begin to do so, you can see that there are a few people in like hazard striped or like bright green like work vests who approach and are just like, Jason, hell are you doing here, man? And Jason just is like, here goes nothing. Hey, Marco, what's up? Not just out for a drive with Maria. Figured we'd come by the old digs, check the old stomping grounds out, show her what things look like around here. She's going to college sometime soon. Thinking about hydro engineering, so figured I'd show her some of these things. Maria cuts him a look like, me? Hydro engineering? Really? But okay, whatever. The guard is like, all right, I guess that makes enough sense. Ride's a little bit new for you. I thought the sports car was more your thing. And he kind of, picked this up at an auction recently. Yeah, figured try for something new. Let the wind through my hair when I'm cruising down, and oh boy. When people only have one midlife crisis? He wilts. Look, man, can I just get through? I just want to slide through the reservoir real quick. Give her a little lap around the complex, and then we'll head back out. I know you've got some stuff going on for the brownouts that are happening, but we'll be super quick, I promise. And he looks over and just, I don't know, man. They say we shouldn't be letting anybody past. Whatever's happening with these outages, it's pretty serious. I saw a lot of folks leaving earlier. Looked like they were leaving pretty fast. Kind of worried they still got me around here, honestly.
And then, Blink will hear over the thing. One of her future professors is behind her, who just so to be specializing in something that could help here.
Is there a way?
Paradox, give me a deception roll.
Yeah.
It's like she's just telling them to be deceptive.
Yeah.
All right, deception. Okay, she's actually specialized in distraction. Does that count?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say that counts here.
Okay, but it doesn't really help because it's just a D2. But yeah,
Better than nothing.
yeah, but what I'm
That's what I
saying
got.
is if she's specialized, she would have gotten the rolls
Got
below
a
it,
D4. Yeah,
My
true.
and I
Yes,
haven't upgraded it yet.
Mm-hmm.
And,
14's a good start.
what was it, a D2, right?
Yeah.
D4. There's no D2, so I'm going to roll a D4, but it doesn't matter because that's a
One.
freaking one.
15. 15's still not bad. Jason is like, it's funny. I get it, man. I did something stupid, and I roped one of the professors from the local city college to come by with us and show her some of the stuff because I figured it might be cool and show her how cool her dad is. So I thought I'd get them to go, and she's not a very kind lady. Paradox, you honk your horn once or twice.
She also specializes in electric engineering or whatever the specialty is that you need to fix shit
Mhm.
here.
Yeah, and there is an irate-looking German woman in the driver's seat of your van, staring pertinently at the back of Jason's head.
Yeah, and he would probably be able to see that she's like wearing like a name tag or a jacket with a name from that university and that department on it. So he would see, oh yeah, she's in that electro engineering shit, and she's in her field van, looking all official and pissed off, like what's the hold up?
And Marco's like, all right, I got one condition. And Jason's like, yeah. And he's like, I'm kind of a car guy. Let me hear it one time. I'm really curious. You don't see buggies like that on the road a whole lot. Jason's like, yeah, let me just. Does your gas pedal even work? I don't even know. Blink, please roll infiltration for me. Or deception. Either one.
Same difference either way. What about, could I argue to roll performance here, since I'm like kind of
Oh, yes! I'll allow performance.
Okay,
I'll
awesome.
allow performance here, certainly.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me plead my case.
You play in the game.
Oh, and that's a 3.
Ooh,
Sorry,
a 3
fine.
total?
Sorry, fine.
That was a 1 on the d20.
You can story point it if you want to.
How many do we have?
You got 3 left total.
Well, we do need to make our way in there to make it to the fight, so I will
Yes.
take 1.
How bad?
Well, I'm wondering if I should use an energon point here in upshift. Potentially.
Up to you.
I think I will.
Might not be a bad plan.
I think I will do that. That is a 24.
Woo!
20 on
Much
the d20.
better.
Blink,
I didn't
you
even need to
rev
say
the
it.
engine as hard as you can. It echoes off of the walls of the damn complex and the mountains around you all. Marco is, whoa! What the hell did you put in that thing? It's a V12, V20. Tell me something nice. Jason's like, buddy, you wouldn't believe what's inside this thing.
It's true though.
Actually, we would not.
Marco's like, all right, you didn't see me out here, but come on, let him through. 2 other guards pick up the one of the barricades and move it. Maria leans over. Thank you, Marco. You're the best. And and you both are allowed to peel towards into the dam complex through the security checkpoint and all. True to form, there don't seem like there's a lot of people here, outside, at the gate, anywhere. This place got cleared out not too long ago, and rapidly.
Understandable. I imagine that as we drive in further into the complex, and Blink will keep revving, just for shits and giggles.
Glad you're having fun.
Just give a little shitter.
That's all you need to be sometimes, friend.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as you two make your way past, having successfully deceived your the unsuspecting humans, and I put you all on a map for the Christ Memorial Dam. Rhodey, I almost forgot your name for a moment there. Rhodey, we're back over to you. What you got for me?
Oh. Would you like a high number? I can give you a high number.
If it's a high number, I'd love to hear a high number.
It is genuinely a high number. It's a 29.
Fuck. Okay.
I crit on the
Alrighty.
D20.
Jesus. Okay. All right. Calm down.
That's our sneaky little drone.
Sure fuck it is. Rhodey, you start kind of slipping through and moving around, and as you kind of slick past office buildings and move into kind of past the engineering wing, and seeing, again, not that many humans who would even bother to stop and notice you, really, and the ones that are there seem otherwise occupied with whatever it is they're focused on doing, which, again, they seem focusing on very intently. You slide your way past what looks like a main reactor screen that's showing off lots of power feeds and outputs and things like that, and while you're certainly no tech head in the way that someone like Paradox might be, you can read those bars enough to know that the readings, the power output readings, have just been going up and up and up and up. And without needing to know too much, you know it doesn't seem like they can go too much higher before bad things probably start happening, given all the red flashing lights you can see in random places.
Yeah, we're getting close. This is fluctuating a lot. We really gotta do something before this blows.
Is anybody inside the room trying to manage it on the terminal?
There are several humans who are at the, like, there are terminals under the screen who are just, like, pressing things and panicking and just, like, freaking out. And as you get a bit closer, given you rolled so well, I'll even just tell you this already. Just, like, have you tried rerouting through other subsectors or to some of the failsafe generators? That won't work. They're already overloaded. This isn't energy we've ever dealt with before. Can we just wait until they're done? At this rate, we can't afford that. The meltdown would be catastrophic. The city would lose power for we know how long, and we can't even imagine damage it would do to the dam. That's simply not an option. We have to. I don't know. Are the rerouting valves open? Yes, they're by the reservoir, where those things are. The other person quickly wilts, as if whatever plan they had to go run to the valves just died in their hearts.
So the Decepticons are hanging out by the valves.
Understandable.
So Rhodey sends that information back over comms. Looks like they... You know what? Rhodey's gonna make a very bold move for a second here.
Dun dun dun! Talk to me.
And how many humans are here?
2.
2.
Excuse me.
Gonna float into the room and close the door. And he knows these people are gonna panic as soon as the door shuts. And he's gonna immediately say, "Please don't panic. I'm a friend. I'm trying to get rid of the people. I'm trying to stop the people who are using this energy overflow. How long have they been doing this? How long have you been
give
trapped
me-
here?
You close the door, and true to form, they both jump as soon as you turn around. I assume shifted back into bot mode for the use of, your hands.
Yeah, I go back to bot mode.
Mm-hmm. You lean over and you give your spiel to them, and they look at you confused and unsure. One of them seems like they're trying to figure out whether they should be like running.
I know that I look like them, but I'm not on their side. I promise. My friends, we helped the power plant that was attacked. There were 2 people there named James and Maria. They're friends with us. They came with us here to help.
They lean forward and just, oh, okay. If you want to, they've been doing this for not very long. The thing, that ship, something floated out of the sky and landed in the middle of the reservoir earlier this morning. We almost couldn't see it at first, and then those robots dropped out of the sky, killed people, and told us to wait, to flee. Most of us ran, and those of us who stayed to watch the reactor, they plugged in some feeds, and the readings started spiking immediately. It's only been a few hours, but the rate keeps increasing incrementally. The other one says, I thought about running out to the output generators and hitting the overrides to maybe shut it down, buy us some time to figure out what's going on, but I don't want to die.
That's perfectly okay. You don't have to risk your life like that. We're here to stop them.
There are more like you?
Yeah, I have 2 friends with me.
Okay. One of them shakily points towards the door and just, if you follow the tunnels through there, cut a left when you get 4 exits down, you'll reach the output valves. There's an overhang, so you have to drop down to get to the actual reactors themselves, the actual output valves themselves, but that's the fastest way there from here.
Thank you. And for what it's worth, I think at this point, it might be safer for you to leave. If you can.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll try to get anybody we can out.
Okay.
There are people outside near the reservoir. Engineers, they couldn't get away. I don't know if they're cowering or dead, but there were people there last we saw.
Okay. We'll get them.
Thank you. Be careful.
Promise I'll be careful, but you gotta promise to do the same, okay?
Of course. They share a look, as if either of them is trying to reassure the other that what just happened actually just happened. But before long, one of them slowly nods, and they start making their way out of the door. Rhodey, you are free to travel the tunnels and make your way towards the reservoir like your comrades are. But before you do that, to make sure you can get to the right place and maybe do so undiscovered, I'm gonna need one more infiltration test.
I'm gonna go back to my bot mode. My alt mode.
Droning it up.
Droning.
Give me that
Okay.
infiltration roll and let me know what you get.
Is it a stealthy roll?
I'll allow a stealthy roll here.
Yeah. Loves me a good stealthy roll.
Stealth it up.
It's like in the background, over the link. There's probably like a lot of grumbling again. And if you take that to the root and go to the 10th, that gives us only But if this will have 2 more minutes, and
Regardless of how you run the math, Paradox, your time is not very long.
yes, like
On a high
even,
number?
even in
I
in
love
the
high
best.
numbers, Meg.
21.
Jeez, 21?
One. Can you do some for me?
Thank you, babe. That's a really good roll. So, we'll come back to you in just a moment. Paradox and Blink, you are skirting your way up and through the damn complex. Jason and Maria are in tow. And as you are moving through towards the reservoir, Jason's like, gotta ride up here and head up that ramp there. Reservoir should be just over that hill.
You got it. Mm.
And it's as you crest the you rev the engine one time, you turn that right, Paradox right behind you. As you two crest, the camera angles its way up, you all see a jet zoom overhead. And then another one, and then 2 more.
Alright, it might get hairy out there. I'll drop you guys off as close to the valves as I can, and then... I don't know. You guys run in and do your science stuff, and I'll fight them?
Jason says, the codes are changed probably since I stopped working there. We're gonna have to find some people on staff to see if they have codes for the overrides. They're also individualized, so we're probably gonna need more than one person. If there are other people there, we have to get them somewhere safe and get them to the terminals.
I feel like this is a great time to put the wedge Brody in there for a second and be like, confirm that there are people down there. Like, possibly injured, likely frightened. And that ship is currently in the reservoir of the dam. So they are definitely on site.
Shit, that answers all of our questions.
Well, at least we know there are people there to get those codes.
Yeah. He looks over at Maria. Stay close to me when we get in there. Keep your head down, okay? I'll be watching your back, old man. Don't worry.
So, I want to insert something that just popped into my head. That might have been something she would have handed to Blink earlier to pop out at the right time. I'm thinking she would have had a human-sized taser that she would have handed to Blink to put in like the fake glove compartment.
Yeah.
Just in case you got to give that to the humans. And I'm just imagining that just popping out like whoop, and firing to Maria. You know, just in case.
Oh.
Taser.
Okay.
Taser. And if you press that purple button, it will work like an EMP on Decepticons.
Just
Right.
don't hit me with it.
Please.
Right.
Non-lethal.
I got it.
It's just a freaking taser.
Right. I'm gonna leave most of the fighting to you guys.
Yeah, no, that's just a contingency plan. Trust me, I want to be doing the bulk of the fighting here.
Just in case. Sometimes they come in small packages. Like little Roomba-sized Decepticons.
It's true. They exist.
That's what happens when people show me the internet. I learn things.
As Blink and Paradox crest the rise up over to the reservoir, as Rhodey, you almost simultaneously find yourself exiting to a guard tower overlooking what looks like a high dam wall. On the other side, you can literally see the actual hydroelectrics where the water is being rushed and churned to the other side of this dam. But on the other side, you can see your 2 comrades in vehicle modes approaching up on one side of the road. And down below, in the reservoir, you all can almost see it. Just the slightest shape of the outer hull of a large Cybertronian ship. No bigger than a Corvette, meant to have maybe transport a team or 2 around, but certainly a lot more intact than yours. You can see certain lights on it barely humming with power. Paradox, just looking at it, you already know it's ingressing energon. It's receiving energy. Probably not enough to take off anytime soon, because you would see a lot more lights if it were. But it's got enough power on board to keep most of the systems online. You can figure that out when you get in there, though, I suppose.
Can she see from the outside a point where she could cap it off so it would stop pulling energy?
It seems like whatever lines they have drawing energy on are underwater, most likely.
Yeah, she would look at that water like, great, I am not going down there. I did not waterproof any of this. Should have done
As
that
three of you
instead.
arrive on scene, those 4 jets swirl back overhead, and each one by one do a large loping flip as they shift into a bot mode and slam 3 of them down on the ground in front of the reservoir behind these large crates they appear to have moved behind to create cover, while the 4th one lands up atop the same wall area where Rhodey is. Hasn't seen you yet, don't worry, or anything like that. These 4 Decepticon seekers, some of whom you've encountered before, some of whom are relatively new to you, look around. You see yourself surrounded by them, and as another large, dark jet plane flies overhead, seeming like an F-22 and F-35 perhaps, it supersonic rockets past all of you before going straight up, angling, spinning, and then turning as it shifts and morphs, and a large humanoid figure with loping arms slams down on top of it. And let me put you all on to the combat map while I switch the music up.
Okay.
You all, the 2 of you begin to roll up and approach. Rhodey, you are on the side of the wall, and as 4 Decepticons, or sorry, a total of 5 Decepticons land. And the larger, dark purple of them turns to you all and speaks. Autobots, you have made hunting you far too troublesome.
Who are you? Should we know you?
Leans over. Knowing me isn't important. Dying to me is.
The motherfucking rookie.
Hey, don't say that.
At
We're
least
not
you're
all
not that.
bad.
At least you're not that stupid. You know what? He's smart enough not to want to tell us his name, so that we don't know how new he is.
The Decepticon next to the darker armored one leans over and just. You see, Bandit. I told you. With the signal translated, they would have to come here. I told you.
Is that the little fucker?
Silence your vocal processor. I'll silence your spark turbulence. As the little one slinks backward. Of course.
What a bandit. It almost sounds like she's taking a note, like, I'll just add your rookie ass to the list then. Yeah, when we get back home and they ask us how many of y'all are gone.
The veteran scientist paradox, one of Prime's favorites, and the rookie Blink, a newcomer. Both of your heads will be worth bringing back to Cybertron. Where are the rest of you worthless Autobots?
Can we fight already?
I hate to agree with the rookie, but you know what? You can't even get your ass off this planet, so... How about we just finish this so I don't have to listen to your voice anymore? Where's Hans when we need somebody to just blow someone up? Shut him up.
He steps forward. Getting off this planet won't be a problem when I've drained this reactor of its energon and made our way out of here, assumedly with your sparks intact with me. As for fighting, he flexes both hands one at a time, and large blades sort of jut out of the back of out of the bottom of his arms. I think that's one place we'll all agree. Seekers, kill them.
While we were at work. Freaking villain monologue.
My gosh.
And,
I can at least one.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? He is absolutely sick of this shit. She has heard many of these before. It doesn't matter how cool they are. Right now, they're just like, oh god, another one? Stop being cool and edgy.
Listen.
So, when she looks around, does the part where the leader Bandit is that integral to the dam?
It does seem pretty important to the dam, yes. It does seem like a very, very, very reinforced, wall. Like, a regular blast isn't gonna blow straight up through it, but if you compromise it, yeah, it's probably gonna do some bad stuff to the dam.
Understandable. I'm also curious. This is something that Blink would be asking Jason, most likely. Where are they actually trying to get to input those codes? Is it these rooms with the green lights?
Yes.
Okay.
Jason will kind of point and just, those are ingress points into the main areas through here. If you get through any of them, she'll lead you to a tunnel. And through any of that tunnel should be both of the relay rooms. There are 2 of them. 6 total keys are needed, and I think you need at least 5 of them to enable the override.
Okay. Well, I'll start by trying to get you to the scientists on this side that we're on. And then I'll let you do the work of explaining to them exactly what's happening. I don't fully understand all this science mumbo jumbo.
I'll try my best. Friends, you want to roll some initiative?
Sounds like a plan.
A 17 for our lovely little plucky drone friend.
Where are we rolling for that again?
We add you a turn.
Damn.
Initiative. Oh, just a normal d20. Okay.
Rolling poorly. Could you add me to the turn order?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I'm on it.
Thank you. I forgot.
It's like
about rolling.
today, roll 20 is making up for my good rolls last time.
Frick.
Oof. Well, get the bad rolls out now.
So.
It's a 5 for a 5 for Paradox, and what do we got for Blink?
Oh, I just put a 5 in for me.
Oh, sorry.
Did you just undo it?
Well, no, yeah, I did that. I thought I put it in the wrong person. That's my bad. All right. Then in descending order, we've got Rhodey going first, followed by one of the baddies. As of note, this wall is like at least a good 100 or it's quite a fair bit up. So if you AoE'd someone on the ground, it wouldn't hit someone up on the wall. Just so you're aware of it.
Okay.
With that said, Rhodey, you are off to the side, hovering in drone mode, undetected. Is there anything you want to calm to your comrades before we start this off?
He's just gonna say, "Hey, I see you guys are down there working with James and Maria. You guys okay with starting on the scientists?"
That's the plan.
I'm up here with Turbulence and our new friend.
Yeah, I figure Jason and Maria can do some of the talking for me.
Can Jason get into the emergency speakers? Get the
You'd have to get
civilians
to
out of the way.
but possibly.
Just to remind Jason, the emergency speakers exist in case he can get to them.
Mm-hmm.
I have to get to the control room and do that, but it's not impossible.
Just keep it in mind so we can keep the human collateral to a minimum.
Well then, friends, given that we are just about at the 2-hour mark and loaded up for our grand final combat to get these Autobots home, let's give them about 5 minutes to load their ammunition racks, check their sensors, make sure their joints are all properly oiled and lubricated, and they're ready for a brawl. We'll be back in about 5 or so minutes, and I hope you're ready for a fight when we get there. See you soon, friends. And we return to the raucous scene of combat as our Autobots take on these Seekers to find a way home. Welcome back to the finale part of the finale episode of Till All Are One. Hope you have a good time, friends. I'll stop babbling. Let's get right into it. We're in a combat. Up first is Rhodey.
Okie dokie, so Rhodey, taking advantage of being hidden, is going to move a little bit further up to this corner here and use the standard action to take a couple of throws at Turbulence with his...
Is your knife thrower
knives.
concealed in your alt mode by default?
is.
You gotta spend one free action to pop it out.
Okay. I can do that. I have enough left.
There you go.
Like,
Free action.
for one person who's not short.
I have 7 free actions. I used 5 of them to get to this point in the map.
There you go. Free action to pop down your little throwing knife. Shoot.
And that is a finesse, I believe.
Finesse.
Check what my finesse is.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
If I take my movement, am I allowed to then take a free action and then to like interact with a civilian and then sprint to move again?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Right.
Your turn can go any order you want to.
Cool.
My attack was a 14.
14. He is not aware of you, so he can't roll evasion. So he has to use toughness, and you pass.
Yeah.
Damage.
Is 2 because of the deadly.
Oh shit! Right, the deadly.
The deadly.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, he's not looking great already. Ouch.
And I am going to duck back behind this corner here.
All right, I need you to roll infiltration to remain hidden.
Am I
You're
doing
rolling
the
versus
specialized?
Yes, you are, because you are stealthing. And you're doing it versus his willpower, which isn't particularly high. Not
This
the
is
smartest secret, all
turbulence,
right?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little bitch boy. Coward. I don't know why I'm trash talking so much.
You're having fun. It's all that matters.
True. This guy's a stinker. I tried so hard to get some hits on him, and he just ran away.
This shit talking is
19.
in character, basically.
I'm glad to see Rhodey fucking
Yes,
fail.
you pass his willpower. You remain hidden. As Turbulence is like kind of leaning over the side, watching Bandit, when a series of projectiles slam into his shoulder and arm armor and begin to fuck with the rotator cuff of his arm and just, god damn it, he slams them away. There are more of them.
Brody just
You
kind
gotta-
of whispers under his breath, too slow.
An eye pops out of Turbulence's head. It kind of spins somewhat, like almost like a camera lens. I'll find you, Autobot. Anything more from you, Rhodey?
Nope, that's it.
Bet. Bandit's up. He's not gonna go alt mode yet. He's just gonna literally just 2 jets on his back roar to life as he takes off flying, as he has a flying movement even in his bot mode, where the other seekers do not actually. Well, Turbulence does, but he's gonna fly 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, still staying up in the air because I think that's a great place to be, personally. And he's gonna do... Oh, that's actually not too bad at all. Huh. Let's do some measurement real quick. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. That's a little bit out of range, I think. So yeah, we'll use some free actions. He's got speed. Oh, cool. He's got speed 7. Hell yeah. We'll go 1, 2 for free actions. Actually, no. We'll do 1, 2, 3. I'll use a free action to aim, and now that I'm in range, he's gonna fire a missile. As you'll see him click his shoulders, and a rack of missiles will show up on either side. And one fires off and arcs towards both of you, Blink and Paradox.
God.
Copycat?
Oh, wait till you see how this one works. It's a little bit different, let me tell you.
He copied my whole flow.
He comes my whole fucking flow! Word for word, bar for bar! He rolls with a D4 here. And actually, I rolled the wrong die. That's a D20. That's better. It's a 19 to hit.
Ah,
And what are we rolling for defense?
Up to you. You don't have to roll. You just pick what defense you're using. Whether it's
that is
are you trying
higher
to
than
dodge?
my
Are you
toughness and
weathering
my
the blow?
evasion, So
Are you using evasion or toughness? Because that could matter.
you said it's 19, right?
Yes.
I was gonna use toughness because it's higher, but it's still lower. So.
So toughness for you or evasion for you?
Well, I'll use evasion because I should
Okay.
try to not have Maria
People
Jason
in there, yeah.
get shrapnelled.
And Paradox. What
But I
about
don't
you?
have an actual
Missile
roof.
Um, 13 or 15. She's gonna go with toughness.
Ooh.
Because she's gonna try and cover Blink's like put herself between Blink and the missile so that the humans don't get hurt.
Thanks,
Paradox, as you slide forward in front of Blink, the missile arcs and spins and slams down right in front of you and blasts out. As you all, not only do you, first off, take 1 damage, and you use toughness, right? Paradox.
Yes.
So then you'll take 2 damage. As this isn't regular damage, it's acid damage. As it looks like Bandit's missiles fire off rust warheads.
Ew.
So yeah, Blink, you'll take 1 damage, and since you use toughness, Paradox, you'll take 2.
So
Acid does 1 more damage to people who use toughness.
she would have basically just when Blink veers off, just kind of angled herself to protect the humans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Collateral damage. They don't
And that's
about collateral
okay. So
damage.
let's see. That's movement, 2 free actions, standard action. He's still got 1 more free action. I think he aimed. 2 movement free actions, 1 aim free action, and then that's it for him. Turbulence is up next. He first off, I'm gonna have him make an alertness check to see if he can somehow spot the intrepid little Autobot over on his left. With a 6, he's certainly not doing that. So he's gonna look around for you, Rhodey, but you're realizing, stealthy little rat, and eventually he'll just shake it off and decide he's going to take off into the actual fight. He will leap into the air, shift into his jet form, which I'm gonna do like so, and then begin his movements. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 feet of movement. And I don't think he has range to anybody, so he's going to use free actions to just go 5, 10, 15. And funnily enough, that's the entirety of his turn. We'll go with our other Seeker friends. Hyburn's just going to do a regular movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I think he's actually still slightly out of range. Yeah, he can do it with a downshift. So yeah, he'll take a free action to aim, because he has a free action. Yay! And that will remove the downshift from his attack with his...
I moved my token a little bit just to show because I was next to Blink, but because I know that.
Oh yeah, you were further back actually, so I guess that technically wouldn't have counted.
Yeah, but since I tried to shift in front of Blink, that's why I moved myself a little just to.
Alrighty, then all right. So then we'll take it. You can take your turn from there as if you moved there, but I'm still gonna hit you with this attack. That's the trade-off.
Yeah.
Sound fair?
Yeah.
So then here comes a melee laser at you. What do you want to defend with?
Alright, so she's probably gonna try and speed up and evade.
What's your evasion?
13.
You're fine. As he You see many laser fire skirting to your left and right as you are picking up speed and trying to swerve left and right through curtains of fire. Up next is Jackal, who's got a pretty similar plan to Turbulence, I think. He's just gonna also leap into the air, shift over into his compact jet form. He's actually an F12, not an F15, because I am a nerd. But he's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 feet. And then free actions go 1, 2, and 3. And he's gonna stay right there. And I think finally, we're back over to you guys. Blink, make it happen.
Alrighty. First I will take my first bit of movement to pull up to this civilian. And I imagine we kind of screech to a halt next to them. Hopefully not too spook-inducing, but and then I would like to spend a free action to encourage this civilian to go with one of Jason and Maria, or just themselves, to take shelter within the building and head towards the access terminals for the valve.
Please roll persuasion with edge, as Jason is with you as well.
Your persuasion.
So you're unskilled in that, which would
Yeah.
mean you would normally roll with a snag, but the edge would cancel that out, so you're just gonna roll d20.
Okay, cool. Roll good, roll good. 3, no!
Oof.
Fuck.
You skid to a halt.
Alright.
Jason is
I
like,
drove too fast, too close.
you skid to a halt. Jason leans out. Yo, we gotta get back into the. And you immediately have to like peel off to the side because of laser fire skirting past you and just. Okay, clear the heat first.
Alright, so that was one free action. I will spend my next free action to sprint as we forge forward through the laser fire and stop at this other civilian and try once again to persuade them to
Same roll.
get out of the heat. 6.
6 is also not gonna cut it, unfortunately. Seems like it's just a little bit too much fire going on. Highburn's in there, skirting laser fire up and around you all as best as he can. And it's a little bit hard for you to actually find a moment to stop and talk to people
Hey,
while you're dodging laser
we have
fire.
story points.
We have 2 story points left if you want to use them.
Should we use them this early?
Up to you.
I'll use one of the story points, and I will also take an energon top shift, so
All right.
I have a better chance of passing. That is that's a 7. I'm
Oof.
rolling poorly.
Yeah. So you gotta get them out though. It's all right. Any more action for you, though, Blink?
I do have one more free action, which I will take to aim.
Did you standard action?
I sprinted as my standard action.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, to keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because if I use the free action to manifest enhancement, it runs out at the end of this turn, so it doesn't really do anything for me.
Yeah.
That's correct, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then I will aim.
All right. Who you aiming at? Victor, never mind. Victor, you're fine. You just aim.
Okay, cool.
Paradox.
All in the same
We're
direction.
over to you. As Blink, Jason, and Maria peel down the street at Mach 2 as fast as they can. What you doing?
Well, as Blink was peeling out, it's like she has been figuring out how to be like, you fucking copycat, I'll show you how it's done. And she is gonna fire her electric missile. And I put the area on there already.
You will hit Highburn and Storm Surge. Bandit and
No,
Turbos are airborne.
I did not see the human. Never mind. We got to do that again.
Uh-oh.
So basically, there's 3 flyers and 2 on the ground, right?
Yeah.
But since it is what is it? It is 50 feet radius. Does that go?
It's high enough to, because he swooped down, it's high enough to catch Bandit, not Turbulence, though. Turbulence is still too high up.
Okay.
So you'll catch the two on the ground and Bandit.
Okay. Well, I would have to redraw it either way because I don't want the civilian in the blast.
In which case, let's see. You can get Bandit and Highburn. Yeah, you can get those two. They will both dodge with evasion. Make your attack roll.
Hold up. Oh, how about that?
I'll take it.
Get a shift just at the edge.
I'll take it.
All right.
That person's shitting their pants, certainly, but I'll allow it.
Yeah. All right. And this time I remembered I have the special ability of Circuit Breaker, which lets me use the technology skill for attacks with electric weapons.
There it is. Make it happen.
Which is, you know, stronger than my normal one. Hold up. Scroll too far. Alright. So that would be a D4.
Mm-hmm.
And she is going to upshift that to a D6.
All right.
Oh, this is the way. The way.
15 plus a 1, 16. That will hit Storm Surge and Highburn, but it will not hit Bandit.
Okay. Do I have anything
I'll
else?
that for you.
And
That's one damage, yes.
Hold up. Electric missile. 1 electric damage blast. It's anti-tank, computerized, mounted, and element, and it's a wrecker.
Well, Wrecker won't apply here because you had to kind of aim it in the air to get the burst right to get everybody, unfortunately.
Yeah,
so the Wrecker won't apply.
The wrecker would only be to the area that's right around the water in that one container. So
Yeah.
it would just be that, and the water wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
But
But you did
it's
manage to
basically
blast-
anti-tank.
Mm-hmm. But you did blast Storm Surge and Highburn for serious damage. Bandit, however, just kind of weave to the left and just points.
And then she's gonna move. Oop, yep.
There you go.
Gotta see how far I can go first.
You got 45, I'm pretty sure. That's okay, I got you.
Gotta set it there. Yeah,
There you go.
So I could
You can
go
get to
that
the-
far to the
Yep,
civilian.
up to there. You can get to the civilian, yes, it's true.
How about we do it this way? And then I'm gonna use my free action to tell him to run inside the building, whatever.
All right, please give me a. I'm going to allow persuasion. I'm going to allow culture. I'll even possibly allow deception if you can swing it right.
Right. So she's going to use persuasion, because she has that specialization in truth and facts. Which doesn't even help because again, it's just a D2. I will learn next time. And so her Angela Merkel lookalike will just roll down the window and point and say, "Get to the terminal," whatever we're supposed to be doing. And
Got it. Make the roll. Oh, you're easily there.
And that would have been a 2, but yeah.
Yep. Let's see, 5, 10, 15. Oh, sorry, I shrunk them. 20, 25, 30 as they start running their way inside.
What?
Anything more for you?
And then you hear one on the way to the terminal, and then that's the end of her turn.
Thank
And
you.
then lastly, our laggy buddy back here, Storm Surge, is gonna take a swing at doing some things. And I'm thinking those things are gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, you know what? No. You know what? It's gonna stay right there, actually. And take a little
Especially
bit
if he's
of
not flying. That's rough terrain right there.
Yeah, it's true. He's gonna stay right where he is, actually. You're both gonna be a downshift either way to hit either one of you. So we're gonna shoot at. We haven't hit Blink yet. Blink, you're taking a mini laser shot coming at you. It's gonna aim as well to upshift that to a D6 rather than a D4.
I was gonna say I have been hit already, but this is this is
barely.
understandable.
Barely.
Oh right, you did
I was
take one.
splashed with acid. Yes.
That's true. Rust, to be honest.
Oh.
Ooh, that's a bad roll. I don't know what defense you're using, but I'm assuming it's higher than 4.
Yes.
Then you're fine. You dodge as Storm Surge peeks around the corner and starts taking fire at you, and you were just doing donuts around the civilian, avoiding them entirely.
Doing donuts around the civilian. Oh no.
Yeah, for flexing. Rhodey, it's up to you.
It's so cool.
Far wall?
Hmm?
How far up is this wall? Do I have to account for that in my movement?
Yes, but you can drop down without taking damage. It's fine. If you just like drop, you can drop without taking damage. It's fine.
Where drop?
Keep in mind, I think you have 20-foot aerial movement in your alt mode. Yes.
I don't remember. It's not written on my sheet, and I haven't looked through the book yet.
Then who gives a shit? We'll pretend it's 30 for now. I'll look it up later.
I'm going to. Alright, I was gonna move him. I'm going to this civilian, and I am saying, hey, I know this is absurdly scary right now. Look, don't do that. Don't do that.
You do your RP. Don't worry about me.
I know it's incredibly scary right now. You were just face first with a bomb, but you'll be a lot safer inside that building there, and we really need you to get in there to an access terminal so we can use your code to shut down the valves. That'll stop what they're doing, draining the energy from the reactor. And then we can really deal with them and get them out of here.
All right. Sounds like you need to give me either a persuasion. Give me a persuasion roll or something to that similar effect. Persuasion. I'll allow streetwise, perhaps. Culture, maybe even.
I can't believe that after all my failed persuasion, you're letting it be streetwise now, potentially.
Well, listen. It was about the circumstance. I got you for next time. Don't you worry.
13?
A 13 meets it, actually. Funnily enough.
Yay.
Sadly, though, they do need to run right past Highburn. Then
I'll tell him
20,
I'll cover him. I'll tell him I'll
30.
cover him, and then for my standard action, I will
Ah,
shoot him.
It's fine.
I'll
All
shoot
right.
him.
Yeah, you got range for it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I got range. It's like 20 feet,
Make it happen.
right? Yeah.
Make it happen.
Pew pew. With that frickin' throwing blade.
And you're still hidden, so he has to use toughness to defend against this. Which we'll deal with after this action, but we'll get there. Don't worry about it.
It's okay. It's not going to be very difficult. It's like 12.
Funnily enough, they have 11 toughness.
Oh, fucking
they have 12
hell.
toughness, but you still beat it. Which deals enough damage that you
It's
you
2
say you'll
damage
cover
too,
him.
because it's deadly.
Yep, you say you'll cover him. You start firing blasts at Highburn, at the civilian, And while Highburn and sees the civilians are trying to like crush and stomp, annoying little insect, several blades land into their motive reactors in their leg, and they just trip and crumple over, and are unable to sweep and swipe before another few land in their optical receptors and blind them, leaving them on the ground, flailing, unable to do anything, and effectively, as far as the fight goes, defeated.
Oh.
Missile plus throwing knife, it'll do it!
Nice job.
Back here, so I'm behind cover.
Anything more for you?
No. Unless you're gonna have me roll an infiltration again to be hidden.
I sure am, because Bandit definitely is high enough that he can see you.
Look, leave me alone, Bandit.
No, I'm sorry to say he probably won't.
Just out here, trying to do my best.
I am still looking forward to driving over his ass.
So, question.
Answer.
What happens if a Autobot or Decepticon goes into the water?
Nothing.
Okay. Cool. I wasn't sure if it's
It's annoying for us to deal with, but you're guys are
like
you
a
guys are
toaster
waterproof.
going into a bathtub or not. I wasn't
An
sure.
18.
Just
18
can't
gets you, you're
fire
fine.
your weapon underwater unless it's an aquatic weapon.
Okay.
At least that's how I understood it.
Yes, that's true.
That makes sense.
Anything more for you, Rhodey?
Can I try to gather some intelligence on Bandit? Make
Sure.
an assessment of this man?
Sure.
No? Find out all about it. He talking under his breath? Is he farting over there?
Does he have an ex? A
Maybe
lover
his
he left
toe-
back on Cybertron he's concerned about?
Maybe his toes are painted. Never
Yeah,
know.
purple, like I said.
Also, we have not seen him from behind yet, so maybe there's something hiding back there we don't know yet.
It's got big
Is he
ass
dragging a
features on his back.
wagon?
The Death Star opening, that's what that is.
Do you count his afterburners? Because he's got those.
Death Star open.
He just has a big hole in his back to get hot air out, and we're gonna send a shot up there and have a blow up.
That's where the
What's up?
farts come out of.
Still like high rolls?
I do still like high rolls.
25.
Cool. So looking at Bandit, you can tell the following things. One, he is absolutely bulky melee brawler, despite definitely having capable ranged weapons and those missiles. You notice that he is clearly built for a high degree of speed, with that, with those afterburners. And you can also tell that he is clearly not a very committed commander to these folks. He's looking at his Seekers with contempt right now as they are failing to properly put these Autobots down. You also notice that the left missile rack where he fired off that missile hasn't reloaded. He still has a missile on his right rack he hasn't fired off yet. But left one's gone. Translation,
Did he use-
only has 2 missiles.
He only has 2 missiles?
Yes, he used one of them.
Okay.
So he has only 1 left.
Well, that's good at least.
Right, so he's gonna relay kind of this information that he's gleaned of Bandit to them. And just gonna say he will gladly leave these Seekers to die.
Well, it's good to hear there's only one more of those missiles, because that acid was not nice.
Well,
Yep.
it's funny you mentioned that. It's his turn.
Fuck!
How do I want to do this? Let's think about it for a brief moment. You know what? That's alt mode only, so... And it is a free action. Nah, he won't do that just yet. Instead... Oh, a missile would be so good right now, because I can hit the civilians too and panic them. They're not unpanicked, though. Nah, I won't do that. Instead, he's just gonna...
Ambulance is in the way.
You think he gives a fuck about that?
Yeah, he might knock off his aim and give him a snack. He would care about that.
I'm gonna go ahead and have him just pull out his rifles. You'll see him, or I guess his rifle. You'll see him swing his hand in, and it transforms into a large, sort of double-barreled energy rifle, which he aims and just dance, Autobots. And he's gonna fuzz Paradox, shoot at you. He'll take a free action to aim twice. Why not? Because I've got so many free actions to use. Where's my D8? There it is. What you using to defend?
Probably evasion.
Ooh, that's a shitty fucking roll. It's a 9.
Evasion is 13. So because she would have still been going and just slowed down a little bit to yell at the person and then sped back up.
All right then. He's going to take his movement to just go. Let's see. It's gonna take his full movement to kind of just like go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and his free actions remaining will kind of just have him drop down so that he's now so that he's kind of like a bit more lower to the ground area, but he's still kind of hovering above the water. With his turn over, we move to Turbulence, who is going to take a driving test to turn 90 degrees. Fun fact, I learned that if you turn 90 degrees in alt mode, you have to take a driving test to make sure you pull it off properly, or else you skid. Fun fact.
Oh.
He does great on that.
Here's my second senior baby.
Look at that.
Yeah, ask him.
He'll turn this way and go.
Don't show me off, mommy.
movement
Can you get
go
up
to
the door?
here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He'll take standard action to drop down to the ground, shifting himself into his bot mode. As I remember to press the right button to do that. I'm so sorry. As the jet engine collapses in, legs spool out from under and arms come out, he descends on you like a shrieking predator. Blink and just... I remember you! Die! And he's gonna attack you with his admittedly not fantastic melee weapon, but he's gonna use it anyway because he's really mad at you for attacking him last time. And Harness isn't here to get revenge on, so it's gonna be you, sadly.
Understandable.
So here comes that, only a D2 in this, unfortunately, but here that comes. How are you defending?
I'm just gonna try to absorb the hit with my windshield or whatever the fuck car parts
Toughness?
that I have.
The
Yeah.
roll over cage.
Sorry, what?
The roll
Higher than
over
7?
cage.
Yes, 17 and...
Yes.
The
Oh,
the
well,
middle
you're
Roll
thing.
over
fine.
cage, yes.
Mm-hmm. Then you're fine, and he will take his turn, his movements to instead just kind of, he has free action. So we'll do free action 1, 2, to just back up like that, and that will end his turn. Highburn is fucking dead. So it's
Alright.
over to Jackal, who is going to driving test and pass it swimmingly. I mean, I guess he'd be swimmingly if he didn't pass it, actually, funnily enough, given the way that works. And then he'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. And he will take a mini laser shot at Paradox with a free action to aim. So we'll take that targeting of his up to a D6. What are you using to defend? Fuck!
Are you
Okay,
defending
that's
with
actually not as bad.
toughness or evasion?
Paradox, what you got for me? Toughness or evasion for your defense?
What? Can you say again? What's coming for me?
A mini laser.
Mini laser.
Jackal's blah blah blowing.
To be honest, I actually think that she does not really think much of turbulence, so she's going to use toughness and keep going. 15.
It's only
Jackal,
a
not
14 total
turbulence.
hit. Yes, Jackal.
Okay, you said what? It's a 14 to hit?
14. Yep.
Yeah, if toughness is 15.
Then you're fine. All right, Seekers, we're really kicking ass right now. I swear. Okay, all right. Blink, it's over to you.
Alrighty, I will take my first free action in order to attempt to persuade the civilian adjacent to me once again.
I will let you do it
May I use-
with both.
With both?
Both civilians. You're next to both of them.
Sweet. May I perhaps roll with Streetwise?
Absolutely. Roll with Edge, downshift 1 because you're getting both of them.
Okay.
Actually, fuck the downshift. Just roll
So
with
D2?
Edge.
Okay. Okay, so that's not so good. That's slightly better. That's 10.
And total?
10 total. Yes, after the edge re-rolling.
Funnily enough, still passes the cleverness.
Okay, thank God. At first I
Streetwise
rolled
got
a
you that. If you were rolling something
7.
else, it might have been rough. So, with a very close roll, what do you say?
Get into the building!
Jason, you heard the car! They look at him confused before deciding this is all. There are already giant robots and jets flying around. They're like, you know what? Fair. And they're gonna get moving. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And
Can I send Jason and Maria in with them?
yes, Jason and Maria are gonna look at you and just, you got the flying ones, right?
Yeah, get in the building.
Come on, old man, Maria says, pulling him out of the buggies, and he just kind of runs while looking back at you all. But they run in the building, following behind the rest.
Cool. So that was my first free action. I will take my movement to go up over to Turbulence.
Remember not to
Wait.
block my way, because you know exactly what she's going to do next, because you know me.
True.
So you got to angle yourself, please, because Rookie knows because she's been grumbling. So, run!
I'll go
Fast.
1, 2,
Sure.
3 here, so I'm on the far side of Turbulence. Do I need to take a driving test for that?
Yes.
Shuffling everything? Cool. So what am I just rolling driving?
Yep.
Cool. That is a 19.
You're fine.
Smooth
You
move.
skirt around the corner. Am I swerving in that corner? Whoa, sorry.
I think I'm gonna take my standard action to convert then.
To bot mode! I got you, don't worry.
And
You
then-
slide around the corner, past Turbulence, and whip over into your bot mode.
Yeah. I don't think that I have any free action options for attacking. So I will have to.
Ramming is part of movement, though, right? I mean, but
Oh,
I am better, you know, for. But I don't know.
Actually, I don't want to transform. I lied.
Baffled.
That didn't pass well with
Thank
us
God.
audiences.
I imagine the vehicle starts to change into a bot and then just
Like, change my mind.
Actually, no.
And I am going to instead attack with the close combat heavy blade on my buggy.
Ooh. Make the attack.
Stab.
So let me double check here. I believe I get an extra upshift because I have moved at least 10 feet away.
Yep.
Yes, so I'm gonna upshift to a d8. Let me double
Oh,
check.
buddy. This is how he dies, isn't it?
I'm just imagining those coming out of the side of the wheels and just.
Yeah.
Oh yeah! Oh, that's a 20 plus 2. 22.
Yeah.
How would Turbulence like to try to defend?
It doesn't matter. He's dead.
Fuck you, Turd Man!
It's like, Rookie, stop killing all of the people I want to run over.
Well, just, you know, throw some missiles at Bandit or something.
Like, no,
Sorry.
I only have one missile.
Oh,
Also,
fair.
Brody killed the first one. Brody killed Hybrid. But yeah, Blink, you rev to the side with your close combat blade, and Turbulence is like, I will squish! And as you come down, your blade swerves up and just cuts straight through the leg, up to the spark chamber, and divides him in half. He claws at you for a half second or so before just powering down.
And that's for
He's dead.
shooting at my boss.
Secrets, friends.
Um.
Thought I had to make this combat easier. Fuck.
It's like,
Imagine
Oh my
having
gosh,
to
I haven't
compensate
aimed
for our
for that.
weaknesses.
Well, I'm gonna spend my last 2 free actions to aim, so that will be 2.
All right. Double aims.
Yeah.
Paradox. It's over to you.
my plan is mush. Right, so, transforming is an action, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can probably jump that corner in like, block mode, but probably not as a truck.
Maybe if there was a ramp.
If you driving tested, I'll let you try to, do like a ram over the side.
Because I wouldn't want to head straight for storm surge. Which,
I'll call it a driving test, but go for it.
So, let's see, driving specialized in land. So it's a D4 and a D2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she plans to get over there and ram his ass. So
That's
she's gonna,
your plan? Right here in the middle of combat?
absolutely, she is gonna try and jump over and ram storm surge, and then like kind of this direction. So,
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so you're gonna need 2 driving tests. 1 to make the jump and 1 to actually hit him.
Alright, so I'm gonna upshift the first one. Right. Which is then a D6, a D4, and a D2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is the way. Dice gods. Okay. D20, D6, D4, and I'm gonna do another D4 for the D2. So there's a 13, 16.
13 total. A 13 will get you over the gap, absolutely. So
Yeah.
you're over there.
No, all of them, or the highest.
Highest, it's highest.
Okay, so 14 will get me over there.
Mm-hmm. Now do it again for the attack roll.
Right? Oh. Am I gonna use? You know what? Yes, I'm gonna use one more energon. I'm gonna upshift this one too.
Alrighty.
I have 3 left. Alright, let's do it again. D20, a D6, a D4.
Oh, the nat 1! Oh, the nat 1!
Huh?
Oof!
Oh, well, I guess, do we have a story point left?
If you have exactly 2
There's-
left. Or is there one?
No.
There's 1 left. I'm sorry, there's 1 left.
I think it might be 1 left.
Yeah, there's 1 left.
Exactly 1.
How do you gain those again?
Doing cool shit or,
I mean, I freaking jumped, and I'm gonna ram him. Is that not cool?
You've
Shit.
also already killed half of the boss fight. Take it or leave it.
That's right.
Okay. So is the ram an action?
Yeah, it's part
Or
of the
is it part
movement.
of
Your
movement?
attack, right?
So I still
It's
have
still
an
part of the
action.
movement. Yes.
All right. So I'm guessing the ramming doesn't really work. So she's gonna use her action for the electric jet. Like
The
It's like the
information to pop that out.
she has two weapons that she can choose for the alt form.
Oh yeah, for your internal hard points.
Yeah, and it's the missile and the jet.
Okay.
So
Is this
And
not
I'm-
two-handed? Huh. Cool.
I mean,
That's fine.
it's mounted.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Go for it then.
So, and it probably looks like something scientific, but it's not. All right. So again, which means I can roll with technology instead of what's the word? Targeting. There you go. Technology instead of targeting, which is D4. All right. Come on, roll 20. Don't be a butt. Yeah. You know what? You're a butt.
Yeah. It's,
So.
What the heck?
So I'm guessing that she's missing with the ram. She tried to save it with the jet, but also misses.
yeah. Stormtroopers just
And-
jumped up in the air, fired some boosters, try to stay above you as you kind of came
And-
down with your
and I'm
jet
thinking
firing
that
and your truck ramming.
She was going for a full movement, so she's probably gonna end up like this. And if I use my free action for movement, how does that work?
If you get 5 feet of movement. How many free actions do you have?
1.
Is your element jet normally concealed on your bot mode?
And the
Or your alt
bot, yeah.
Sorry, in your alt mode.
No, in the alt mode it is on top, but it looks like something scientific, so it's not
Okay.
concealed.
So then yes,
They
then
might-
you get 5 feet of movement for your free action. You can move 5 more feet.
Alright, so how are we gonna do
Just
that?
realized none of you have transformed yet.
No, because it's like it takes an action. I need to do something now. I have time to transform.
I get it.
So that carried her a little further. And all, hey, will you not stay where you're supposed to?
Hold on, I got
Whatever.
you. Hold on, you get
It's a-
5 more feet. So it'll put you there.
Yeah, it's like so. All you hear is cursing, and calling him scrap for brains, and all kinds of things that children should not be hearing on Cybertron.
Well, he didn't like that very much, so he's gonna shoot back at you. Free action to aim, and then he'll take a D6 targeting attack at you with the mini laser. That's 15.
All right. Meets it, beats it, or
Yes. 1 sharp damage.
all right.
They're not meant to do a lot of damage, guys. I should have brought more of them. I really,
You know what? You got me down to 3, so.
Hey, I'm doing it. I'm getting there. And then I got movement. Let's just go.
It's like can she then go? Rhodey, get the rest of the civilians where they need to go.
He'll go up on top of this thing. And since he had no free action left to observe, he still has no idea Rhodey's there. Speaking of which, Rhodey, it's up to you.
Up to me.
You know, I had a thing I was gonna do, but I don't think I can do it now, given the state of the current boss fight, the way that things are going. I don't know if it's gonna case us to do it.
Are you sure that's what you want me to do, Paradox? I could just take this guy.
Right. Okay. I'll leave it at you're. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing.
Look at that, Mama putting trust in her kids.
The Storm Surge got hit by the explosive, didn't he?
He is damaged, yes.
Alright.
I would have nailed him too if I wouldn't have rolled a freaking 1. Stupid roll 20.
Alright. He doesn't know I'm here. I'm just gonna pop up and nail him with some throwing missiles.
Go for it.
That is a 15.
No, that passes his toughness. Yeah. He's dead.
To the others right now, it looks like, I did hit him. Or kind of.
Yeah, as far as he knows.
As far as they know, that he just limped away and died.
Also, I meant to, on Paradox's turn, I should have moved this human over here, because she's the one, that's the one she got. So it's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 for him. as he's running his way on over.
Move by. Paradox, I head this way. Stay safe.
All right, it's back over to Bandit, who
Oh shit.
really can't do the thing he wanted to do this time. But you know what? I don't have to see you to AOE you.
Didn't roll my thing.
He's having way too much fun with this, by the way. He's embracing his inner Decepticon all the way.
Most of my friends are dead. I'm getting what I can out of this.
All my friends are dead. Push me.
Oh, you have 3 health left, yeah, Paradox?
Yep.
I could do a thing. I could do a thing. I could do a thing. I could do a thing.
But you also got your back to me.
It's true. I could do a thing. You know what? I think he's getting tired of watching his Decepticons die. He's gonna take a standard action, and because someone fucking auto this goddamn combat, he's gonna convert. You'll see him stand where he is, roll around, and transform himself into a large military jet. He's then gonna do some movement. Let's go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then I'm gonna turn 90 degrees. Driving check for that. Oh, and that's 20. Cool.
Get him out of the way.
35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
Flyby. And I'm
It's
extremely
flyby
worried.
time. Before he does flyby, though, he'll take a free action, and you'll see that the cannons on his underside of his jet get charged with this like yellowish brown glowing energy. Looks very similar to what came out of his missile when he shot at you guys. Paradox, it's time for a flyby against you. Here comes a driving check. What do you want to use to defend?
Remember that they get +1 with toughness if it's the acid.
What? We got to talk +1 on our toughness the last time?
Oh, no, he gets
the
+1
damage is
against you if you use
+1
toughness.
if we use toughness.
Yeah, you know what? She wouldn't have gone for toughness anyways because she is evading. She's running, basically. Speeding up because she just jumped over a freaking pole, tried to ram somebody, and is like careening.
It's a 16 then?
That's a 13.
You're going to take 2 acid damage.
That is so mean. I have 1 left.
Hey, you're still hanging in there. Someone's got some repair kits if you need it.
I do have repair kits.
I don't even know.
He opens onto this door.
I don't know how they I don't entirely know how they work, but
I don't know because I'm if I don't know if I'm a scientist how that works either. If, you know, but I'm not a medic. The way
you so you can roll a technology check, or I think actually it might even be a science. Yeah, it's just a technology check for robotic beings. You can roll a technology check as a skill check as an action to heal someone. The difficulty is equal to 5 + 5 for every point of health you want to heal. So if you want to heal 1 point of health, it's difficulty 10. 2 is 15, so forth and so on. You need to have the required kit to do it.
Okay.
With that said, Bandit opens comms to opens comms. Your incompetence sickens me. Kill them. Turbulence is dead, and so it's over to Jackal, who I guess will go.
And just 5, to 10, rub 15, it in, 20. Just gonna say, rookies. How many more do you want us to take down?
He'll go 30 feet.
Salt in the wound.
While he'll use his gotta go fast trait, and so while he's making a movement action. While using an action in his alt mode, he gets to move half his speed. So that's another... Actually, sorry, 45 first, then I get to move another 20. I'm going to go to here, right to the edge of the building, and then he'll shift with an action back into bot mode, which isn't going to do him a whole lot.
And see if I can make Jekyll run. Because we killed everybody else that's
Listen, he's not a seeker scout, okay? He doesn't have turbulence trait. He's worse.
He's not a big baby bitch.
I mean, Stat-wise, unfortunately, he's worse in every way. But
Oh, well,
Turbulence is also dead, so it doesn't matter. That's also, unfortunately, the end of his turn. Blink, we're back over to you.
Alrighty then. I believe. Well, Paradox, did you want to go for Jackal, or are you rounding the what's it called, the dam to the other civilian?
Yeah, she's probably heading for the other civilians because she's hard, and she's turning around in her thing and going back would be a little hard. So
Indeed.
So
Okay.
she would have been saying if Rody said, hey, I'm going to take them, then she would say, yeah, I'm heading for the civilians then.
Cool. So Blink shall do a sick little spinaroonie around Turbulence's stinking corpse, and
With the big wheels.
drive over here to Jackal. I will do another attack-a-rooney with my sword. I believe I get to upshift again for moving.
Yeah.
That would be thrice upshift because I aimed twice. 1, 2, 3, D12.
I'm just imagining
Jesus.
it's like Blink doing a wheelie with an oil spit
Which one of these?
on Turbulence's body.
D12. This is a D12.
Like up.
Let's see. 17 plus 7, so that's a 24.
Absolutely through it. How much damage?
1 sharp.
You drive past, and as he has his mini laser up, you're blasting at him. You cleave through the arm that has the laser, and just, oh, damn it!
Hehe.
Anything more for you, a rook?
Oh, you know what? I still have some free actions, so I am gonna aim thrice for next time.
Fair enough. Did you standard action?
It was the attack.
Oh, right. You used the weapon. That's right.
Yeah, I used the
right.
weapon.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good call. All right. That's Paradox. We're over to you then.
She's gonna use her free action to aim the jets at Bandit, and then she's gonna fire the electric jets at him.
Make it happen.
Alright, so that's the aim is an
We'll try
upshift.
to evade.
Upshift, and I'm using technology, so that is a D6. You know what? No D20. No. I'm using my own dice.
There it
Hello.
is.
I'm gonna put you and bury you in the yard.
There it is.
Ooh, 18 and 6.
Yeah, you hit him. How much damage?
But that was a crit too on the D6.
Beautiful.
So that is a one electric damage.
Well, you crit on your D6. So when you crit with a weapon attack, you can also pick another alternate effect, which can be the same one you just used. So you can apply the damage twice if you want it for two damage.
Okay. Okay, so roll another.
No. You just
Yes,
apply the
double
damage
damage.
twice. Yeah.
Yes,
mhm.
absolutely. And
You got it.
It's that's 15 feet cone of electric that just. And then she's gonna keep using her 45 feet to basically get to the curve.
Get about there, right to the corner.
Nice.
Storm Surge is dead. Brody, we're back over to you.
We're almost there. Do the other two civilians when it's their turn to?
Oh yeah,
run?
they should have gone when on blinking your turn. So it should have been 1, 2, 3,
Oh yeah.
4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, they're in the same space now, so.
So they're all running together,
They're all running together as a group.
and they got to get up there. Is that where they got to go?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to the green lights.
Okay.
I'm upside down.
I got you. I'm on it.
Jason and Maria doing anything special?
They're just running with them and just, all right, everybody, stay with us. Come on, keep moving. And people are definitely yelling questions at them. Jason are just like, what the hell are these things? Aliens.
Aliens.
They're answering what they can.
Aliens from where?
What they are.
Cybertron. Where's that? Very far away.
So Rhodey is gonna come to this civilian, and knowing that it gets a bit strange when you're dealing with a drone, will transform and expose himself. But not in any strange way. Just Bandit sees him now, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm laughing up. Very quickly explains, look, I know it's really crazy out here, but you'll be a lot safer inside this building, and I know that there's a terminal room at the very back of this, and I need you, and if you know, do you know where there's other civilians? Some of the other workers?
Go ahead and give me that persuasion or a streetwise roll. Blech.
But yeah, asking if they know where their other workers are, because they're looking for and thought there were. This is a 13.
13 gets you, absolutely. They point and just, there are more inside. This way? And they'll start 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay. Well, this is really important. What I need you to do is find whoever else is in here and go to that terminal room and use your access codes to shut off the valves. That'll keep the reactor from overblowing, and it'll stop them from being able to draw power from it. You can
Give me another roll.
You can leave the dealing with these guys to us. We'll protect you. A 13 again. With
The person you just
numbers.
talked to turns to the other person and says, go, I'm right behind you. And that person will nod, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Friends, you've got 5 civilians moving. That's more than enough you need to get them. It's just keeping them alive and buying time now. Bandit, seeing this, is going to fly a little bit, and with a leaping stomp, shift and transform back into his bot mode. As he slams down on the ground, the blade sliding back out of his arms again. Fools! Fools! If we don't get the energon, we'll never leave this rock. Do you prefer dying here?
I mean, your friends sure did.
Link, he's gonna turn back at you and aim the right side of his body, and you're getting that last missile.
Ah, fuck! Throws me right for opening my big bad mouth.
He'll take 2 free actions to aim, so this is going to be going up to a D8 in total.
Alrighty.
So, how you defended?
I'm gonna evade. I'm gonna try to
How's 17?
grab away. 17 does in fact beat my evasion.
1 acid damage.
Alrighty.
Funnily enough, as you say, like, well, it sure helped. It sure didn't help your friends. You see that he fires off the missile. You leap out of the way somewhat and get burned by more of that acid. You turn around to see what's left of Jackal leaning against the wall, melting in a slag and rust and falling into the ground.
Shit!
Dead.
That's fucked up! God.
Their incompetence disgusts me.
I'm glad my bosses are nice and normal.
And with that, he's still got some movement, so he's just gonna drop down here and leap in front of you, Paradox. And with that, It's over to you, Blink. Your humans are gonna move on your turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At this point, we can assume that there's no since there's no one here to stop them. You can assume they make it.
Cool. I have a question.
Yep.
Can I try to drive and launch myself over the edge of the dam and land on the center of the ship? The part that is
Of course you can.
over the water?
I was waiting for you guys to do that. Yeah, of course you can.
Certainly
Cool.
can try it.
So, gonna take all of my movement to launch this a ways, which will require me to turn. So, a driving test, yes?
Yep.
Cool. It's a D.
Well, given that you turned first, this driving test is for the jump, not for the turn.
Oh, okay, cool. D2. Where is my?
You might want to upshift once or twice if you have any space to do so.
I can upshift once. I'll do it once.
All right then.
Yeah, because that will be bad for me if I land in the water.
I believe you.
How's a 22?
Woo! 22 gets it, Blink. You rev it as hard as you can, and you over the gap. Everyone, Bandit, your comrades, Jason through the window, watches as you careen over this and barely clip the edge of the ship as you land.
Alrighty, fucking sick. Can I request a story point for that sick move?
Yeah, I'll give you a story.
Because
point
it's
for going on the
about
ship
to get
anyway.
crazier, baby!
I'll give it to you.
So-
I'll give it to you.
I am gonna spend my free actions to push 1, 2, 3 of those push. And I am going to sprint and launch myself across once more.
Again.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's
I
see the
told you
driving
it's gonna get
check.
crazy! That's why I said I want that story point!
Let's see the driving check.
16.
16's enough. Oh, barely. Good lord. Oh, God. Oh, you were chancing it, kid.
I can make it all the way over here. Let's go. You
Yeah.
fucking wish you had these sick moves, damn it!
Bandit turns to seeing you skid and land and just... Perfect. You can die together. Paradox. It's your turn. Oh, you're muted that way, friend.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
you're not.
The husband was talking to me. I must have forgotten after.
It happens.
So, since the electric jet is a range of 15, it's a cone. That will just be fine, right?
Uh-huh.
Because it's not like okay. So because that's about the only thing she really can do. All right. So she's gonna use her free action to aim, and which upshifts that to a d6. Come on. Oh, that is a 15 and a 2. 17?
17 meets it, beats it.
Wow!
You deal 1 more damage to him. Your jet fires out again. You blow off the side wing in the missile rack, even though it's empty now. And he just kind of growls and shifts back at you.
And then, can I try and drive past him? Because I have a lot of... I can't really ram because I don't have more than 10 feet, but I'm already...
You won't get a ram
moving.
off. You can move past him. He will swing at you.
Well, actually, can I go take cover right here?
If you leave his engagement range, he's going to swing at you regardless. You're in his reach.
That's stupid.
Found the
That's
standard
gonna
fight, huh?
You know what? What else can I shift my move action into a normal action? Did I let you do that here? Can I trade my move action for a different action?
I don't know. Let's say you can.
Okay. Then she is totally gonna do that again, but without aiming this time.
Okay.
Can get away? Might as well blast. Why you start laughing?
You're gonna like transform finally or something.
All right. That is a 15 and a 6.
Hits.
Hold on, no.
1 more damage to him.
I should have rolled a 4. D4.
I mean, you don't need to get higher than a 2 on that on the get a 2 or higher on that D4. So anything but a 1 on that D4 would have gotten it. So it's fine.
All right. So yeah, good. All right. So another 1 electric.
Another jet
damage.
blasts. You blow into his side and blow off armor. He seems certainly weakened, but is otherwise still swinging at you.
And she's then she's gonna be like, "Rookie, you get your ass over here because the next hit I'm down."
Well, before you get to do that, Rhodey, it's over to you. On your turn, your 2 humans are gonna move, and again, given that, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can say this one here makes it, and unless Bandit is somehow able to survive another round of being attacked by all of you guys, we'll assume this person makes it too. Oh, and of course, Paradox, your person also moves up. So that, yeah. So, assuming you guys make it through the end of this round, you can hit the override. Rhodey, it's your turn.
Might I be able to roll infiltration to stealth?
Is the door closed behind?
The door didn't close behind you, but I'll allow it.
You're in the building, right? And he's kind of busy with the.
Yeah, I'll let you roll certainly.
Just jumped like a crazy person.
He was insane! He's facing Paradox! He's just doing some crazy shit. Listen, I get to roll, that's all that matters.
It's like
Hold on.
distracted. What? Probably forgot
Hey,
about
you old
Rhodey.
fart! Watch this! Vroom!
Your ass.
15.
15 will beat his willpower, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's shitty willpower. Yep. You are stealthed.
We are gonna do something wild here.
Oh boy.
Go crazy.
Go wild for Rhodey. We're gonna get real close. Use the actual heavy blade. Or medium blade, not the heavy blade. I don't have that.
It's like
Medium
And-
blade him.
We're gonna stab him in the back.
He must use
Creep
toughness
up.
to defend, as he does not have the ability to evade, given that you're stealthed. Which is slightly better for you.
And this.
Rhodey, get him!
That is a 17.
17 passes his toughness.
Rhodey to the rescue.
How much damage?
That is 2 sharp damage and 1 stun damage.
Say?
Paradox. Bandit is swiping at you with his long arm blades, trying to sort of carve through you as you are barely holding together what little, body you have left as you're moving and running past. And as he finally slams a foot down in front of you, forcing you to screed to a breaking halt, brings that blade up. Oh Lord, Megatron! And before you can finish it, you see a blade pierce to the side of his spark. Ah! No! No! It slides out. He stumbles backwards. I survived. The pits at Kaon. I watched the rise from Iacon. I won't die like this.
That is still a fucking rookie.
And with that, he slams to the ground, deactivated and depowered. And behind his massive, imposing bulk, you see, blade in hand, Rhodey.
Rhodey to the rescue. And that's it probably seems like her vehicle is all like dented from the acid and kind of and then it goes and you kind of see the just perfect timing, Rhodey, perfect timing. I knew you knew exactly what to do.
No, I wasn't gonna let him take you down. Blink, do you still have those packs on you?
You bet. And I imagine Blink will peel up from behind.
Mhm.
Looks
And
like
then
you could
Paradox
both
is
use one.
it's like old lady grouch Ed Blink for doing stupid shit. Harness is gonna have your rookie ass for that jumping. I mean, pretty cool, but he's gonna have your ass. That was so stupid. I mean, yeah.
Well, it worked, so.
Yeah, and what if it wouldn't have worked? We'd be at the bottom of that freaking lake. And who would have saved?
Well,
Who would have been better? What if Rhodey would have been busy? Who would have saved my ass then?
Rhodey would have saved your ass first, and then my ass second.
Ah,
You guys put way too much faith in me.
all right,
Anyways.
soon. Let's check in with the humans.
Indeed.
You can hear a PA system click on. Yeah, we're here. We're good to go. It's Jason. You guys all right? It's quiet out there.
We're good. It's done.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
All right. Stand by for override. And a few moments later, you hear a as several key functioning rotors and turbines in the dam begin to shut down and spool down. The reservoir stops moving with energy and water, and several of the lights in the ship begin to dim and flood and lower. Cycling down now. Power levels declining. I think we're good. I think it's done.
Right, once we're done with the repair kits, let's head into that ship and see what we can do.
Thank goodness.
So that we can shut it down so they can turn it back on.
You guys make your way into the ship proper. And as you start making your way inside, it's easy to tell from our tech heads present, those who are a bit more functional with the ship as you move inside.
Message
It
from
is
Harness. On my way. Keep him alive. Too late.
Well, you figure you might want to start telling friends to hurry up, given that, well, you're on a ship now. But I'll save the reveal or the sort of drama for something else instead. I'll let you guys know. Our two tech heads, Blink and Paradox, as you get on board the ship and make your way towards the bridge section, the command deck, the console, you start flicking signals and turning lights on and checking power reads and seeing the energon feeds, and it seems like several things are online: sensor feed, power receptors, limited weapons power. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like you have enough energon for the engines.
What about comms?
Comms are good.
That's the ticket.
It takes a moment.
Feel
Oh,
for it. Got to cover it up. Got to make sure that we're not overheard.
It takes a bit of time. It takes all three of you coordinating and gathering together and working on configuring a few things, but in only a few moments' time, eventually, you are able to establish a relatively shielded signal. It's only one way. I mean, you can only send a message rather than receive it, but you have a single shot to send a message just about anywhere in the galaxy. Any guesses on where you want to send it?
Paradox would probably put on her bureaucrat voice.
Well then,
say,
friends, as the comm line slowly loads, Teletran 1 takes some time to reconfigure and almost ping off of your ship's limited signal. But after a moment of time, eventually, connection established. What do you say?
First of it would probably be like a creak, like almost, I don't know, if so clear. don't know what her rank would be. This is Paradox speaking. All surviving Autobots. We have found a new home, but we're not quite ready to leave yet. Don't give up hope. And then I'm not quite sure how she would tell them where we are without giving it totally away, but she's a scientist, she could figure that out. There's probably some code that Autobots are using, you know? If you can make your way here. And we'll be waiting for you.
Link? Brody? Anything?
Keep fighting the good fight out there.
Make sure everything's ready for when you show up.
Never give up hope. Paradox out.
Signal winks itself clear. Message sent. Transmission received. Somewhere, very, very far away, on a planet much, much different to ours, in a base tucked into the ruins of a destroyed city, a transponder goes live, and a random Autobot grunt watching the same screen for the past several centuries. No way. This is Perceptor. It's Perceptor's team over in Sector B. We're a Deltacon, and I think we've got friends. Real far away friends. Yeah, I agree. Let's go get him home. With signal blinked out, that leaves our 3 Autobots here. And I think this might be just about the place we draw tonight's episode to a close. I want to thank you all for coming out to a wonderful 2-episode extravaganza. I've had the wonderful pleasure of being Foxy, your GM for this experience, and I have with me a table of incredible, incomparable storytellers. But I'd like to tell you one last time who they are, where they can be found on the internet, and who they played tonight. Starting, of course, with Eggchan.
Oh shit, that's me, Emily Eggchan. You can find me on the internet as Eggchan, mostly on Itch and Twitch. And tonight I got to play Blink, the hot-headed himbo idiot rookie, and it was a wonderful time. And you can find me back here tomorrow to kick off Women's History Month with Knights of New Avalon. So, yeah.
Hell yeah. Thank you for your time and for being here with us, Emily. I appreciate you endlessly. Passing it over to Meg Mysteria.
Hi everybody, I am Meg and/or Meg Mysteria. You can find me as such anywhere on the internet, like Twitch, on Twitter, on Itch, on Blue Sky. As far as what's coming up for me, you can find me right back here next Tuesday for our next episode of Tears of Divinity Fading Chronicle. And I don't remember what else is coming up next. I'll surely inform you next week.
Thank you for coming along, Meg, and for adding your tale to this wonderful story of ours. And last, but certainly very far from least, having made their Neon Lights debut with us, it is, of course, Vivacia.
Hi, I'm Vivi or Vivacia. You can find me on Blue Sky as Vivacia, all over Discord, talking in games. And also with some of the other stuff that I did, Vivacia.contact in that bio. Tonight I played Paradox, the elderly grandma of the group, who just tried to do right by harness and keep people alive. And I think she's going to enjoy a lot more planned sketching, while they're slowly trying to recharge the ship without, overloading ship, because we're not assholes, we're not assholes. And for what you can see me next in, on March 18th, I'll be in the on the new channel High XP Society, which is all people over 40. And we're playing two groups in the same game, a trial agency, and I will be on Quantum Shift, playing somebody not so far away from Paradox. She's going to be a receptionist with time powers. So that's going to be.
Will she also be a big robot?
No, but she's kind of going to be sick of everybody's shit because outside of working at this paranormal kind of agency, you know, she has a lot of work to do, and this is just kind of, you know, what she does.
Mm-hmm.
On the side. So she's probably going to be cranky.
Well, thank you for choosing this lovely event to be your Neon Lights debut, Vivacia. We hope to have you along for many, many other a tale. Lastly, folks, I'm of course Young Foxy, aka Big Foxy, also known as your favorite Fox Valley's finest. I can be found all over the internet at Young Foxy. That's YUNGFOXXII, sometimes underscore in the middle, so you can't find one, look for the other. You want to see me next? I'll be back right here tomorrow for Knights of New Avalon, kicking off Women's History Month. You'll then see me again on Tuesday for another episode of Tears of Divinity, Fading Chronicle, and then on your screens again for a bunch of other shit, honestly, because I am very busy in the upcoming months. But if anything makes it worth it, it's for the incredible community that I've built and the people who I've gotten to tell this build this community with. And nothing makes that more clear for me than every year when we renew our commitment to marginalized voices through our Black History Month charity. This month's was very close to me, not only given that it's in my own city in Philadelphia, but that I reached out to the people in Power of Paint, sent them an email, told them what we were doing and what we do, and they replied giving us so much love and saying they appreciated our vision and wanted to really thank us for the work that we did. And I said, we have to meet this goal for these people. I will not be shown up and be made to look like a fucking liar. And I want to thank the following people for making that certainly no longer the truth. So, in the order, we have Rainy Keys, Flock Obama, Legendary Vermin, Flock Obama again, Egg Chan, Land the Dan, an anonymous donation, Corndog McGraw, Ferris, Vivacia, Flock Obama again, and Flock Obama for a fifth fucking time. Raising a grand total of $1,100 for the Power of Paint Art Academy. Neon Lights, you all do damn good fucking work, and I am so, so proud to be a part of this incredible community. Thank you all for having me. Thank you for being a part of this, and thank you to my players for coming on this wonderful journey with me. This will not be our last tale with the Robots in Disguise. I am certain of that. But for now, we'll bring this one to a routing, wonderful conclusion. So with that said, I've been Foxy. This has been 2LR1. We've been Neon Lights, and you have all been incredible. Happy Black History Month, and have a fantastic fucking night, everybody. Take care of yourselves.